All right.
On.
Is the stream on?
On.
Well, what says Dark Side Candy, Necron? The viewers need to know.
Pistachio cream.
I think I'll pass on the dark side today. Next thing you know, we go handing out the Suffer and Succotash.
So, you get, what was that?
I was gonna say there, Drake. Do we get any advancements, by the way?
I mean, if you had read what I put in the thing earlier that had your name on it specifically, you would know.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. I see. Thank you.
And I already put everybody's conviction on there to the point where if they have spent a friggin' advance making your creature a wild card, your creature got a point of conviction. Have a nice day. Maybe they won't get cut. Maybe they won't get cut in half next time.
Don't worry, Will. I spent a point of conviction to make you a wild card. One step closer to being a real boy.
All right.
All right. So, when you guys finally approach the Nebulon B frigate, you guys receive a communication from the captain asking if your mission was successful. Since it was, you guys dock, and basically there's a small party that, they have food and drink for you, and they're all happy because they knew that this was important to moving forward.
Now, did the super depressed Jedi Master, did we at least get a chance to rescue him so he can just live on the frigate or whatever? I'd feel bad if he died.
I do not remember. I'll have to double check that in a bit. Okay, Phil said that he's going to be late.
Oh.
All right.
Pardon me. That being said, after the brief meeting and everybody's, happy and cool, they bring you through, walk you around to where Master Dinia stays. She immediately senses the holocron and says, "May I have it?"
Sure.
Yes, but be careful, it bites. And I'll hand it to her.
All right. She takes it, and you guys can feel a large, force use. There's a small battle that goes back and forth a little bit, and then you feel the darkness that was inside the holocron go. She has banished it, which is probably a good thing because you guys probably did not enjoy what that thing was doing. If anybody's actually, let's see if I can find it again. It has.
He made a force dragon that was gonna eat me. I didn't like that force ghost. He played on my fear of being small.
Well, he was like giving extra power and giving rerolls and such like that to the person you guys were fighting. That's part of the reason that the guy you were fighting was such a badass before you got that taken away. That's also why he was able to spend so many force points, because the holocron gatekeeper was just reinforcing it.
Yeah, dude. He should have been on that. At least he would have lived.
But that has now been wiped out because that was the spirit of a evil Jedi, or evil Jedi, not a Sith, that was living inside the holocron. It thought it was alive. She asks you guys about what exactly happened. I'm assuming that you guys tell her.
Yeah.
At the mention of Draco's name, you see that she displays a look of shock and becomes very pensive for a while before gathering her composure. And then she
All right.
says, "This sounds like it was quite an ordeal you experienced.
Yes,
Whether
the
you
game
followed-
master really ramped up the difficulty on us and made it harder than it should have been. Oh, woe is us, the protagonists.
Well, whether you follow the Jedi ways or not, you have contributed greatly to the enlightenment of the Force. With this item, I will seek answers about the slaves that you rescued at Bespin, and hopefully some clues about the Empire's Sarlacc project, whatever that is. I'm also curious about the creatures and evil forces that you encountered at the Academy. If I can find out information about them, I will advise you. But for now, if you will excuse me, I need to take this and meditate."
All right,
And
then.
that's when she DD-Ma's out, and that's when you guys, if you haven't already taken your 9th advance, please take an advance. And we will wait a good, has everybody advanced already?
I have.
I have him.
I haven't,
Sorry.
but go ahead. I'll figure it out as we go along.
All right. What about you, Will?
Working on it.
Okay.
I have questions for you, Big Daddy Drake.
Oh,
What is the state of that planet we were on with the Jedi Ruin Temple and all the scavenging guys?
okay. So that is a planet that had a temple in the one city, but on the opposite side, there was a huge dark force node and there was a dark force temple. And towards the end of, or I'm sorry, after the end of the war, when the Empire took over and those guys were resisting really, really bad, well, they made an example of that planet by bombardment. They blew the living shit out of that planet. And they had already, and especially because they had that hidden Jedi temple, and there was a couple Jedi actually living there. So that was a space bombardment where they just tried to flatten everything.
Yeah. Was the salvage good?
Not really, no.
Oh, because I was thinking about opening up a sandcrawler over there for a store and having all those wannabe Jawas be my salvage team there. I'd be like, ha! Expand my salvage store operation to another planet.
All right. That's an
I
interesting
guess not.
idea.
They're not good, but
Yeah,
I'm
no,
generating passive income at this point. But I'm on Tatooine, so it's just like salvage. So yeah.
yeah, that's more of a struggle to survive and eat, not make profit.
Well, if they had some ruined resources, I could gather all the scrap and then just provide food with a sandcrawler. But nah.
Yeah, I understand. I hadn't thought about that myself, but that does make sense.
Damn it, Necron, we're gonna do it. We're gonna provide it to a sandcrawler on every planet so our shops will be internationally known.
Damn
The
straight.
mobile light and dark connection.
All right.
They're basically glorified mobile shopping malls at this point.
All right. Well, Star Wars Dawn of Defiance, Episode 5. I'm not going to go put the video up because then I got to fight with you guys to go watch it, and it's a pain in my ass, so I'm just going to read it out. Merry Christmas.
Okay.
Episode 5, First to Strike. It is a time of rebellion in the galaxy. members of the Alderaanian resistance have won a major victory against the Empire, and more battles are close at hand. The Empire's mistreatment of non-humans continues throughout the galaxy, as Wookiees, Mon Calamari, and other species are forced to work as slaves on Imperial projects. Aboard the Resurgence, Master Dinia has peered into the Force and discovered another group of oppressed beings. Ones who might hold the key to unlocking the mystery of the Sarlacc project. Yeah, there's the music. Merry Christmas. I know I'm very musical right now. So,
I'll give you a 4 out of 5. You're doing a good job.
after a few weeks, you guys have all had a chance to, repair your droids, buy gear if you needed it, like a jetpack. Reminder.
Okay, now, since I'm that guy, since I own a repair shop, can I just put that head or torso or whatever in the repair shop and have it fully refurbished as a C-3PO?
Oh yeah, you can make a C-3PO if you want, but I don't think that you're going to take that around with you. That would
Well, I don't want to take it around with me, but it'll be like full. He'll have like a full body.
Okay. Yeah, I had completely forgot about the C-3PO unit, honestly. I was thinking about your surveillance droid that you had shish kebabbed.
Yeah, I can just go to the shop and get another one. But yeah, I already did that. Or repair the one I have with parts, whatever. I don't really need to roll that out.
Right. So, you guys are once again aboard the Resurgent, the Nebula B1 frigate. That is your mobile base of operations. You are in to see Master Dinia. She greets you. Thank you for coming. I know you have many demands on your time, but as I had hoped, my training with the holocron has proven very useful, and I thank you again for your assistance in recovering it. With its aid, I have deepened and lengthened my meditations and have begun to understand the glimpses I received with greater accuracy. Unfortunately, the galaxy is filled with great suffering, and the cries of the whole world's oppressed come through the Force most clearly. In particular, I have been hearing cries for help from what I believe to be the home world of the slaves that you freed from the Imperials over Bespin. Having seen and heard them more clearly, I now believe these prisoners were Nazarene, a species from Centaurs, an obscure system in the Malrod sector. I passed this information on to Senator Organa, and he sent a few discreet inquiries to the Alderia University. It seems that the Nazarene are a species from outside the known empire. They never joined the Republic and thus have no representation in the Senate. The Empire has a small force on the mining planet of Centaurs, the third world in the Centaur system, but has been reassigning those ships for some weeks. The Nazarene are native to Nizon, the fifth planet in that system. Since the Empire itself has no official interest in Nizon, it seems likely that they have made raids on Nizon for slave labor, perhaps originally to run the mines on Centaurs, but they might have left some records or clues on Nizon about the Sarlacc project. Also, the people of Nizon might make useful allies if the Empire has mistreated them. Though there is little information about Centaurs or Nizon in our records, Captain Venera has managed to locate hyperspace coordinates for Nizon in his Navi computer. He's willing to share them with you if you're willing to travel there. I personally ask that you take a trip to Nizan and investigate the treatment of the people at the hands of the Empire. Proof of imperial depredations might give Senator Organa additional influence in the Senate. And if the Nizan are interested in opposing the Empire on a widespread basis, we might be able to assist them. Furthermore, we might be able to get to the bottom of what is going on with the Surlac project. It is the only thread yet we have to pull. That being said, Senator Organa has already given me your payments should you decide to do this. I know you're doing it for more than that, but you also have need to improve or replace equipment used. So, here is an additional 4,000 credits each. That being said, she also gives you the 4,000 credits each that you were supposed to get after the last mission that was forgotten. So if you guys would be kind enough to add 8,000 credits to your characters, I will appreciate it. I'll put it on Nicolo since he's not here.
Sorry, how much again?
8,000.
$8,000.
Oops. Don't know why I did that. I was in credits and hidden, or I don't know what that has to do with my lightsaber, but okay.
That's just your inner nerd wanting to play with a lightsaber.
Hey, Necron.
Mm-hmm.
My backpack got jet. I'm Boba Fett.
Mm.
MC Chris Rap. Sorry. Okay, seriously. I picked up the greatest thing, Arcane Spike, so I can cast any one power in the setting once. So there, regardless of rank or whatever. So if there's an ultimate Doom power, let me know. Or ultimate Resurrection power, let me know. I'll have to look that out. That's my adventure card for the session.
Nice. So,
I don't
if
have
you guys,
an adventure card stack, by the way.
You didn't go to your hands and get adventure cards? There's a thing that looks like the card deck stack in the deck.
I didn't know you had that.
There's Will, Zeph, Ricard, Phil's.
Okay.
Oh, he didn't give one to you. Drake, you bastard. You forgot all about Necron.
no, I think that did it because he's part GM.
No,
Oh,
I have no
GM,
stack.
don't give it to him.
I have
You don't
no
get
stack.
adventure cards. You're a GM.
I don't have a stack to get adventure cards.
Yeah, because you're a GM.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It automatically made everybody else's as soon as I turned the module on. So I don't know how to actually create a stack for somebody else.
Yeah, I
There.
just created
Well-
my own. Just give me some cards.
Just use Phil's stack. He's not here. Will, I'm looking at your stack and you can tell what cards you have. You have Teamwork, Peace, and Villainous Veracity. You know what that means? Whenever the major villain shows up, you need to play that Villainous Veracity. So Rancevil's plan for a round and we sucker punch him. Ricard has riled up. I really hate these guys and betrayed.
Oh, you gave yourself normal cards, not action cards.
No, it's a hand.
Okay.
And the other guy has Spider, you have Renown, Payback,
Oh,
Volcare, and they just gave you an extra card because Necron likes you.
I think that's
Wow.
three extra cards.
What rank are you, Spider?
I should be the same as everybody else. What is that?
Wait, what's your
You
XP
see.
at? Oh,
we
he
have
did
9
that to
advances.
everybody because Necron's messing around with the cards, so it gave everyone more cards.
Yeah, well, ignore the extra cards that you got. Just use the first ones, please.
Yeah.
Can I just play the ones that I just got then, just so that I don't
Well,
get
you
confused?
only get one card, So
3. You
No,
can play
you
one
can only
card, but you
play
have
one.
3.
no
Right.
matter
Well,
how
I
many you're
think,
holding, you're only allowed to play one. So
right. Well, I think Spider's saying, can he play the other extra cards real quick so he doesn't get them confused later? Is that what you meant?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's it.
certainly.
I'll just play the extra ones I got.
I guess I could pass it
Play.
too now that I'm like, thinking about it, but oh well.
Play. Now I'm back down to 3. Yeah.
All right. So, you guys have been told that you're going to a system that has active Imperial ships flying around. I am assuming that as you're about to drop out of hyperspace, everybody would be in their respective ships. So as soon as hyperspace is over, you guys could detach in case something bad is happening.
Hint, hint.
Does that
All right.
sound
Well, who
about-
has ships? Does that help?
You are
Does he have an
the
X-wing?
gunner in the fighter that is part of the main ship that you guys have. Spider ship has a fighter built into it that's almost a small shuttle. It can hold 4 people plus a pilot and a gunner. That's what I had Necron flying, so I had you as the gunner.
Okay, that's fine.
Ricard and his droid were in 1 X-wing. Spider Spider is flying his ship, obviously, with Phil as the gunner, and Will has his funky painted X-wing that just clashes with space.
I mean, that thing's so bright. I thought reflected lasers at first.
Future's so bright, you gotta wear shades.
Yeah. That shirt's so loud it deals sonic damage to people near you.
Is
All
there a
right.
picture of that somewhere?
I just made that up on the spot, but feel free to use it.
Is there a picture of it somewhere of his ship?
No.
I think I have a picture of it on my ship.
The Ministry of Culture banned the picture. We can't find it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come up with that. You're gonna have to get your X-wing token and paint it, or ask Spider to paint it, and we can put it on so you'll have a funky token. But for now,
Yeah, I can
it's
do that.
just
Just tell me
labeled
what
as
colors are.
Will's X-wing.
Oh, what paint did he put on to make it so weird?
Yeah.
It might be like either gray, black, or what have you. Just to
No. If it's weird, like
might
he
be.
said,
It's
you
your
have a
ship.
bright. It's pink and lime green.
what?
You got the
No,
watermelon.
actually, I remember correctly. No, he painted it like dark black and gray, like a matte black instead of a shiny black, which means that if you like don't have it on your electronics, you can't see that thing, and that thing is fucking illegal. Ships are not supposed to be painted the color of space because that's a really good, easy way to crash into them.
Oh, so he's a stealth bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, both X-Wings sacrificed 2 points of armor, then they have stealth units built into them. They are much harder to find, and so is the main ship. Spider ship was originally a smuggler ship. So you guys are a little bit more stealthy as far as electronics and such are concerned. But technically, there's a lot of, especially Imperials would not appreciate Will's paint job.
What about Ricard? What ship is he on? I thought he had his own.
Yeah, he's got his own X-wing. He's got an X-wing
Okay.
with his droid in it.
Okay.
All right.
I found the perfect one that I just found on the web.
All right. Well, send that to me and remind me after game, and I will switch it. All right.
All right.
Hyperspace fades, and the stars find their rightful positions as you arrive in the Centaur system. Far enough from Centaurs to avoid any starship with sensors sharp enough to find you. A message to spacers broadcasts automatically, warning travelers to be cautious of rogue meteor fragments. You can see that the system has 7 planets, many of which are ringed by fragments from large asteroid belts between the second and third planets. Centaurs and Nizon sit within the asteroids too, but they're cloaked by dust clouds. There's a lot of rock in the nearby space. As you fly closer to the planet that is your destination, all of your ship's sensors and warnings alarms go off at once, and it's easy to see why. Between you and Nizon, emerging from the dust cloud that surrounds the world, is a Star Destroyer. It's an older, smaller model than the new Imperial class that the Empire is producing, but it's still a fully functional capital ship with an escort of V-Wings instead of TIE fighters. This thing immediately turns your way. It makes no effort to communicate with you as it approaches direct and hostile, launching ships. Chatter over the transceivers in the system reveal that there are 2 additional Star Destroyers in orbit around Nizon on the other side, though nowhere near your position. Dozens of starfighters, mostly V-Wings and V-19 Torrent models, are also in orbit around the planet. A few other ships, including bulk carriers and personal starships, are flying about in the planet's atmosphere below in the dust cloud. At least one ship still orbits Celtares, maintaining an Imperial presence there. From the sound of the chatter, it's another old Star Destroyer design, though perhaps a bigger design. Whatever it is, you don't want to be caught sitting in orbit if it decides to investigate. Doesn't that make you guys happy? Nice little
That yeah, that's gotta be a problem. That is going to be a problem for sure. Holy mackerel.
What are the stats on the ship I'm on? I want to see why I can boost this shit.
All right. You should be able. I don't know if you can actually. Hold on a second. As far as the vehicles go, I don't know if I've actually assigned ships to people yet.
Yeah,
As
I don't
far
see any
as-
ships in the actors tab.
They're in vehicles. And
I don't
You
see
guys-
a vehicle folder.
okay. Well, hold on a second.
There you go.
All right. Kip, you are on the Lib fighter with Necron. It should be the one slightly south and to the right of Spider's ship, the Liberator.
Okay. Now let's go over to here. It's not letting me move 'cause the game's paused.
Of course, the game is paused. We're about to go into combat.
Oh, Necron, get off the damn ship so I can click it and see the inside of the ship. That
Yeah,
keeps trying to target you and kill you.
Yeah, I don't want you trying to ride the ship. Your tokens are too big, and we'll cover it, and I won't be able to move the. I have you
Okay.
guys as like floating tokens down there. You should have the vehicle weapons on your on your character sheet. It should say VW.
Well,
I wanted to look at the actual things on the ships with targeting and weapons I can use. Okay, it has stealth, increased speed, targeting system, and stabilizing. That's good. It has shields, atmospheric. Okay, medium laser, light torpedoes, heavy torpedoes. So I assume I'm on the heavy laser turret.
Yes,
And does Necron do the torpedoes, or is that me?
that's an either or.
Okay.
Although I only know of one person in the party that has a edge that allows them to fire both weapons without a penalty, and that is Spider's character, Arden. That being said, the game, the vehicle sheets are still fucked. They are not allowing you to shoot from the vehicles. You have to shoot from your own HUD. That is why I put the vehicle weapon on your character sheet.
Okay, so the Lib Fighter, I'm looking for that in the book. What is that?
That is part of. It is a ship that is specifically designed to be part of Spider's ship, the VX 100.
So I'm not gonna find the Lib Fighter in the book.
No.
Okay, I'll stop then.
just double click
Yeah.
to the token. It'll bring up the sheet.
I double click the token. I'm trying to see what half that shit does. Like the targeting system, I don't know if it gives me a bonus to shooting or not.
Gives you a +1 bonus to shooting. The stabilizer prevents you from having the moving platform penalty.
If you click the little pen and notepad, it'll open up and tell you exactly what it does.
Alright, well, let's get on with the game then.
Well, it's a good thing you were asking, because you guys are first. Navi, what are you doing as far as piloting goes?
I guess we'd be going our piloting. When we get closer, Kip,
I'm just
I
gonna
don't know.
blast the fuck out of the enemy. I don't know if you want to get closer or not.
Hold on a second. I don't know why it didn't keep it right at, let's see, 3 red lines past the damn the ship is supposed to be like the planet itself. If you can if you can race past the thing and go 3 spaces past where the Star Destroyer is, you can hit the atmosphere of the ship. And you know that old-fashioned Star Destroyer cannot enter atmosphere. Let me get a token and put it down there to represent where the planet is.
Isn't that the screen back here that you drew? With the yellow border around it?
Okay, so you guys can see that? Because for some reason or another,
Yeah.
it's not showing up for me.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
Alright, well, go ahead, Dobby, do your thing, and I'll start shooting things.
I did. I moved.
The V-Wings that are closest to you at this point in time are at I believe they are at long range for your weapons.
Okay.
Let me double check. Because each range increment is 50 squares. Oh no. Your short range is 150, medium is 300, and long is 600, Kip.
Yeah, so I'm in short range of the blasting of V-Wing, right?
Yep.
Let's do this. And did that hit? Roll. I'll spend a penny on that.
All right.
Damn
And
it.
it would be a +1, so that would have been with a raise. Not that it matters.
33. Are these guys extras, or they take 3 wounds like every other ship?
No, they're, that one's wrecked.
That's into my turn. You're up for card.
Okay. Targets. And I don't see the, try doing this here. I don't see a HUD up there.
Look on your character.
Click on your character first.
Yeah, I did. After I didn't see it.
Big black and yellow
I
thing.
mean,
The
I can
normal stripe that's across the top all the time?
It's white for me.
Yeah. Or whatever, yeah. Alright, not a problem. I'll just shoot from gear.
Okay, don't forget to target.
Yeah.
Are you going to move forward first, or do you want the
No.
droid to move you forward first?
Nope, just fire from here. So here. Oh. I'll look at
Don't
my
forget to target
chart.
one, please.
I did.
Okay, I
Target.
don't see it, but
It was. Oh.
did you target the one that's already defeated?
Apparently, so I'll target this one. It wasn't when I targeted it, so. Okay, target. And shoot. Okay. And damage. Okay.
All right, so that just shakes it.
And
Technically, if you want, you could have your droid shoot a missile.
nope.
Okay. All right, Arden.
Right? Am I in right? Well, I guess we're trying to get to the planet anyway, so might as well move forward.
Yep.
And we can move max of 2 spaces?
1 space with a successful piloting check, 2 with a raise.
Right. Oops, yeah, the shift. Wow, that's not a success.
Nope.
I'll Benny that.
All right. Well, you can move forward
All right.
1.
And guess I'll also shoot one of these V-Wings here.
All right. Well, remember, you personally have the thing that allows you to shoot 2 different weapons. So you should have the missile available to you and the front turret, which should be on your character sheet.
Right. Ooh.
That is a very destroyed V-Wing.
Can I transfer that second weapon to, or one of the remaining damage, whatever, to another one?
No, you have to declare ahead of time.
All right. So I just shot it where it was after I had already destroyed it.
Yeah, because you launch
Right.
both missiles lock on and fire at the same time, or both weapons, unless you declare ahead of time that you're.
You would have had to have the other one already targeted, then it would have split it.
All right. Now I know.
And knowing
All
is
right.
half the battle.
Yep.
And that being said, wow, it is not showing that I'm targeting. That's really annoying. Give me a second. I'm going to hit F5. So I was going to have Phil shoot.
Yeah, that's why I like the big giant cross and everything. That way I know I'm targeting it.
Yeah, no, I have the big cross on there and it wasn't showing up. I also couldn't see the planet until I hit F5.
No, damn.
That might just be a little bit too easy for you guys. Will.
All right.
I'm assuming you want to move up a little closer.
Yeah. How far?
You're really
how far
quiet.
can
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
piloting check. A success on a piloting check will move you forward 1. A success with a raise will move you forward 2. Never mind.
Oh no, I sucked.
Yeah, you spin in a circle this round.
But hold on. Wait, no, I can't even spend a Bendy
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, you can't spend a Benny. That was a critical failure.
Okay.
Be lucky that Drake's being nice. If it was a regular game, they'd say you have to roll on the critical failed table and direct that you're out of control. You'd probably crash into Necron or another ship.
Nah, move.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
No, I'm. Actually, no, yeah, there's a minor collision. Your vehicle takes a wound. Not a good start, Will. But at least it's. See, you got your grenade problem fixed. Now you got to get your piloting problem fixed. And with you being spinning out of control for a minute, I'm going to not make it where you have to make another piloting check to get back in control, but you are going to lose the rest of your turn. Really? D6? Okay, well, that didn't work. I don't know why the hell pilots only have a shooting of a D4. Let me fix that real quick.
Are these like new recruits
Ha.
to go into the academy?
I don't
Seems
know.
like it.
I mean, when you make friggin' stormtroopers look good, that's not a good thing.
Maybe they're in the draft stage. They put stormtroopers as pilots.
Stormtroopers have better shooting than that. All right, well, a very badly shot tractor beam came at you, Arden.
Sounds like it missed.
Oh, yeah, it missed horrendously. All right. Your ship is shaken. I need you to make a piloting check, please.
Eh,
No problem.
Sweet.
The good thing about what they're doing is even though they have 8 sets of weapons, there's only 4 that can fire on either side of the ship.
Ooh.
All right. Critical failure on that one, as that one tried to target Will with they look like they're starting off with ion cannons and the tractor beam. That is a hit with a raise. Bortazar, you are hit with a ion cannon shot, but it does not actually do any damage to your vehicle. All right, let's see if that pilot can make spirit check.
Vehicles aren't shaken.
Yeah,
Yeah, they go out of control. And you have to make a piloting check to regain control.
All right. Well, you've encountered like the one good pilot there. Not only did he go in back into control, but he flew a hell of a lot closer to you guys.
Necron, I got no things. I just have to wait till my turn.
All right, it flies up and it shoots the ship that Necron and Kip is in, but does no discernible damage. Well, I guess the purple Joker's working.
Nice.
Alright, Necron.
It didn't give anybody bennies.
No, it didn't. Now, poor going farther.
I'll give the bennies.
Drake, how many
you got it?
torpedoes are on my
Okay.
ship?
Should say in the torpedoes themselves.
It don't
but-
tell me.
Yeah, it does. If you look in the torpedo itself, there are 8 shots.
Okay, so with a success, I can fire 4 torpedoes at once. With a raise, I fire 8 torpedoes. It's electronic versus the opponent's piloting modified by handling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm doing you fire 1 missile or you fire 2.
What? I want to fire all my torpedoes at the capital ship, like the book says.
You might want to fly if you are planning on taking out the Star Destroyer. You would want to fly up close and take out their shield generators first.
No, I'm not
You're-
planning on taking it out. I'm just planning on hitting it with a wave of missiles so it's out of control for a round and we can just fucking zip past it. I just gotta shake it, as they say, or at least deal 1 wound so it can't, like, attack
has
back when you zip past it.
It has a toughness of 85 with the 50
That's why you
points.
need to use 8 missiles on it.
I don't think any of the missiles would actually do enough damage to get through. But you can try.
Alright, well, Necron, you're the pilot. What do you want to go with? What's the plan? Are we gonna zip past it, or are we gonna try to kill these fighters?
Well, you're the one in charge of guns. I'm the one in charge of
Oh,
moving.
look,
So I'm moving.
I don't have electronics, so unless you have electronics, I can only use the missiles with a D6. And he said we were only allowed to fire 1 at a time.
All right, and Navi, you can pilot and shoot. You have weapons,
Okay.
unless you
So I
don't.
could-
Have
I-
Phoenix
I-
Gale.
You're allowed to.
Well, if I use a full round action and just pilot, can I be defensive?
If you do full, yes, you can go defensive. It'll make it harder for Kip to hit, though.
That's not really my concern. My concern is getting to the planet.
All right, so you guys want to try and zip past the Star Destroyer, not take the Star Destroyer out.
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
You need a
The rest
capital
of the
ship to
team,
take
are
out
we?
capital ships. We don't
I
have
mean,
a
are we
capital ship.
fighting the capital ship, or are we zipping past it?
Going past it.
What about the rest of the party?
I mean, that seems fair. It is a capital ship.
I mean, yeah, I hate to say this, but if we're going past it and going full defense, I can blink my ship, and only my ship, me, Navi, and that. So if it tries to lock onto us, I'll just blink like a couple of yards ahead to shake the lock on, kind of get past it. It's bullshit, but it's Jedi bullshit. We could just run, and I could focus on boosting Navi's piloting and blinking, and we just run past this fucker and not really fight.
Hell yeah.
Just gotta
I
worry
could-
about one of these little guys getting us. Alright. Navi, you go first.
I already
We
did.
got the Joker, baby.
Oh yeah, no, it didn't give me the Joker either. But that's okay.
Well,
Well-
you put in a purple Joker, I might not recognize it, but in that case, I'm gonna boost Navi's piloting with my skill and be like, yeah, baby, you know the role. And that's a 9 with the Joker, so she goes up by 2. And that's my turn for the round.
All right. Well, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a free reroll and add. Yeah, that you moved up twice, Navi.
Oh, okay then, cool. Right on.
Now, I will say the only concern is, of course, if we don't take it out, are they going to send troops down there after us?
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna send stuff after us if we don't take it out. But I thought if we all was just threw all our torpedoes at, we at least wounded enough that would leave or whatever. But Drake's like, nah, man, you can't put a dent in it with your weapons.
I mean, when was the last time you saw something do over 50 points damage?
Yesterday, but that was in the Supers game.
Okay, then GM, I have to ask, why would we try to take out the Star Destroyer if we can't take out the Star Destroyer?
Okay, what I'm saying
Well,
is
what were you
the Star
asking?
the Star Destroyer. If you guys have never watched Star Wars or
Drake,
played,
talk to me like I've never watched Star Wars or played any of the games because I don't even remember any.
they have shield generators on the outside of their ship. You can get close enough to them and do damage to the shield generators to knock the shields off, and then there would be 50 points of toughness off of that ship. Then missiles would do damage and it would more than likely back off. But with the shields that it currently has, your little fighter missiles aren't going to scratch it.
Yeah.
So you're saying we have to get close and knock out the shields?
Or fly around it. Go completely defensive and hope that it doesn't shoot you. The other thing that you guys can do is it has 8 mounted weapons, as 4 on each side. You can actually fly up, and if you get close to it, if you're in the same square as it, you're inside its shields, and you can shoot and take out weapons themselves.
Okay, with that information, what's the team want to do?
Alright, so given the information we get, how about we go ahead and listen, I'm good with either bypassing the fleet ship, or I could be your guys' distraction and then take out the shield generators from the outside.
I mean, either way, we're all going to have to spend a round getting closer to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
might as well at least try on the way and then reassess, maybe.
Yeah, well, there is also that one last V-Wing that's flying right next to you and can be a fly in your ointment.
Yeah, I should have shot at him, but I spent my action boosted Necron's piloting, and I can't take that back. Someone else shoot that V-Wing.
All right, well,
Yeah, I mean,
Arden,
I took him out easily, so. But the other one. One of the other ones.
yeah, Arden, it's your turn. You got to make a piloting check because you're mildly out of control from being hit last round.
Oh. Okay.
All right, well, that is
This
so
shows the
good. I
wildlife.
will also count that as your movement, so you may move 2 squares.
Oh, no, wait. I guess that's here.
Yeah. And if you want to target that V-wing, go for it.
Right. And oh, never mind. Nice.
Okay, I
I
guess
take
it
it
just
out.
yeah, that just took it out of it. So it automatically took it off the board. Oh no, there it is. Duh.
No. A lot of wounds.
Oh yeah, that's well, if that was a major bad guy piloting it, it would have to take all of the wounds because ships like that take 5 wounds. Plus, if they have shields, they can soak.
And I can't target the shields from here, correct? On the Star Destroyer.
No, you have to literally be in the same area because shields do not stop ships from going through, they only stop weapons. You can pass through the shields and be flying up close to the ship itself and target stuff. You can also
Yeah.
target engines, or you can target like the bridge and try and take out the people who are controlling it. Those are also options.
Yeah. True.
All right. Well, Niccolo is going to pass. Will, piloting check, please.
Polly, check on my way. Let's do this. Heidi ho! Oh. Now that's better. 13.
Yeah, you can move 2 tokens up or 2 spaces up, so you'd be right behind the lib fighter or
I'll be,
the liberator itself.
yeah, I'll be behind the Liberator itself, so go ahead and put me up there. Actually, no, I can move myself there. There it is.
No, 2 is
Oh,
that's 1, that's 2.
my bad. Okay.
I'm assuming you're going to be going defensive.
I'll be going defensive, and is there any targets that we need to destroy?
Not within range. Your little lasers aren't going to do anything to the Star Destroyer itself from here.
And you can attack and go defensive at the same time.
Okay, well I'm gonna go defensive anyways.
All right.
Looks like that didn't work
Well,
out
that's
too
a
well.
miss with the tractor beam, even though it's telling me I don't have ammunition for it. But tractor beams don't have ammunition.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think you need ammunition for that. Energy, but not ammunition.
Oh boy. The hell is the Okay, well, that's a make a piloting check. It's done enough damage to you to make a piloting check. Not enough to
Right.
actually hurt you. Yep, you. Not Will. Spider.
No, it didn't take. Thought I clicked on it. Oh,
Okay.
I must
Well,
be selecting his character, but for some reason, I guess it was his turn last.
yeah.
Should I go again with my piloting, my skill?
Uh, good enough for government work. The dice roll was incredible. I mean, you don't have a piloting skill below a D8, do you?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Let me see. D10.
Okay.
So
So
I guess
I
the
mean,
D8 was good enough. Yeah.
if you want to take a chance at
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
15
rolling
is great, I
lower,
guess. Yeah.
you can.
Take the win and move on.
Yeah.
That is a shot and a miss. And this one is disobeying orders. He's a bit salty. He fires a heavy laser at Will's ship and misses. However, its other complement of ships gets launched because they're not particularly happy with you. 4 more V-Wings come flying out. You're lucky half the V-Wings that are in this Star Destroyer are actually deployed around the planet.
Yeah, looks like it's just not giving anybody bennies for jokers.
Well, those are NPCs.
Yeah, but it still would have given out some bennies, wouldn't it?
I don't think it shows for NPCs. I could be wrong, but
All right.
if they're NPCs
Those
or
guys
VCs, they
actually
can't have bennies.
those guys don't actually fire this round. I just put them in the combat tracker so the next round they can fire. Ricard.
Okay. Let's see here.
Piloting check to move forward, please. Unless you want to just stay back and dogfight.
I'll move. Let's see here. Piloting. Oh, there we go. Why did that move?
Oh, I moved you guys up a little bit so you could zoom in and see a little easier. Sorry.
Yeah, my HUD disappeared when you did that. Now it's back. So,
I apologize.
damn it. Where is Finally.
All right. Well, your astromech boosts that, so that's an 8. So you can move 2 squares forward.
And targets. And weapon. Heavy laser.
That's a hit.
Curse. Okay. And a turn.
All right. They spin out of control for a second and are distracted. Hit them for enough to make them do a piloting check, not enough to actually do damage.
Okay. Got it.
Are you having your droid do anything?
He'll just be running evasion program.
Okay. You'll be -2 to hit. Will, you're going first.
Alrighty, let's do this pilot check. Hoy! Alright, do I get to move 1 space or 2 spaces?
If you got a success with a raise, that's 2 spaces.
I only have a success. I move 1 space up to here.
I see a piloting check of an 11.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the race checked, you know?
Because you're not actually shooting at anybody. Your base target number is a 4 for piloting.
All right.
You almost got 2 raises.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, time to go ahead and back to this V-wing right here to go ahead and deal with the pilots there.
All right, so you moving up here?
Yep. And then, which I'm a little too close to the destroyer, but I need to go ahead and deal with some numbers first, you know. So let's go ahead and do it. Also, let's see. So heavy laser, quad weapons. Here we go. Huh? Did that do it, or did it?
I didn't see anything pop up. Are you using your HUD?
I am using my HUD, and it's not showing me up.
Remember, you have to use the weapons.
Oh,
from
you clicked on your
sheet.
token?
I know I did click on my token.
Hmm.
Oh, well.
I rolled for you since this was seemingly not working. I hope you don't mind, because I think you just obliterated that.
Yes, I did.
Nice.
And after that attack, I would honestly I would have to stay here, you know? Unless I can move out of the way, you know?
All right. Well, the lovely thing after that is it is the these guys to go.
Oh no.
Fire and a miss at you. There's heavy lasers flying in your general direction. Will?
Let's see. Let me. Do I have the stats for the X-wing? Oh no. Ooh.
Heavy laser hits the Liberator with a raise.
Uh-oh.
Is that me or the main ship?
That's the main ship. Make a piloting check, please.
Nice.
All right, you dance circles around it. It does not do anything to you. This old, this is like a half-ass Star Destroyer. It does not have like a quarter of the weapons that it should have. It should have like 8 quad-linked heavy lasers. It has like single heavy lasers working because they figured this was such a backwards planet. Who the hell needed anything major? That's why it's got V-wings instead of TIE pilots.
So is this like a modded Republic cruiser from the Clone Wars or something?
Yeah, it's old, beat up, mothballed. Like it's barely limping along.
Drake,
Yes, sir.
you have to roll electronics to use your shield to stroke a hit, not piloting.
He wasn't soaking the hit. He got hit, which automatically makes you make a piloting check. He got hit enough that is the equivalent of a shaken, but not enough for a wound.
Okay. That's always gonna throw me because I'm so used to things just being chicken. Oh well.
All right. With you guys flying defensively, that heavy laser misses the Lib fighter by a hair's breadth, thanks to Navi flying around like a crazy person.
Sounds about right.
Spin the wheel and let it go.
Kip,
Oh,
you have to roll
Probably more of a
a
joystick.
vigor check to not yak from your pilot's actions.
Oh, that must be why it's flying all crazy then.
I'm
There
just
we
kidding.
go. Oh no, I yacked all over the cockpit. It's everywhere. I got the crit fail on that. My whole turret smelled of that nasty pistachio cream candy she fed me this morning.
Thought you said you didn't want that.
I still ate it from the dark sider, but yeah. Didn't like it.
I guess lying is a dark side trait.
Yeah.
All right. They managed to get their ship back under control. And they managed to move forward. Whee!
Whee!
Wee, all the way home. And pew, 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 like it's the laser. The good thing about light lasers is they have a rate of fire of 3. It flies past Necron shooting, and you ducking and diving makes it miss.
Yeah.
Ricard.
Okay. Let's see here. think I'll shoot target that one. And I believe that blows it out of the sky.
All right.
We're at disintegrates that into dust.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
How much was that roll? That was 50? No, 30. 42. Oh, okay. Oh, that's the answer to the life of the universe and everything.
Yep.
I'm assuming you're moving forward.
No. No. Doesn't look like everybody else is.
I mean,
I'll,
you're going faster than everybody else. Everybody else
Yeah,
is
we haven't
moving
taken a
forward.
turn yet.
Yeah, they're
Oh.
trying to get past the. They're trying to dive around the Star Destroyer and make it to the Green Planet area.
oh, we're not taking. I thought we were planning to take it out.
Or if
attack
you're
its
planning on
defense.
taking it out, you've got to be in the same square as it.
Right, but that would be, yeah. I'll just wait, make sure nobody gets left behind, or
Okay. Rear guard.
and
Yeah.
the droid's just running a evasive program.
Okay.
He's trying to make me spill my drink, which is a little game we got going. Might have something to do with the skull of that evil witch that had pasted to the top of him. So
Navi.
No, I'm gonna close this whole thing on that. What the hell? Sorry then.
You can fly right up into the shield area of the Star Destroyer itself if you want.
Why not? But
I'll put you here to make it. So, are you firing on a weapon, firing on a shield generator, firing at an engine, or firing at the
shield generators.
pilot area? Or not the pilot area, the
Bridge.
thank you. The word that was escaping my poor little brain.
Place that people move ship with from.
Command deck. Bridge.
The other
The
thing
room
is
is the bridge, but I guess the whole
now-
deck would be a command deck.
yeah, now that you are in the shields of the Death Star, not the Death Star, the Star Destroyer,
mhm.
the Star Destroyer cannot shoot at you, Necron.
Woohoo, all right then.
Nice.
Well,
So if you want to shoot, go for it.
yeah.
Just tell me what you're shooting at. It has 3 shield generators.
I'll shoot with shield. Can I use a torpedo to shield generator?
Yes. Make an electronics roll.
They're the same rank, by the way, so it doesn't really matter.
All right. So, yeah, you completely destroy a shield generator, and its shields are partially down.
Cool.
What about you, Kip?
I'm gonna play my card. I need to get clarification on this force power before I use it.
All right.
There's one power called, what was it? I gotta go all the way back to the top. It's like Shatter. It just instantly destroys an item once it's on. Detonate. It instantly destroys an item unless it's a person's person's attending it.
No,
Would
if you
that
want
apply
to,
to a shield generator?
yes, you can destroy a shield generator that way.
Okay, if I boost it, the multiple objects can get the remaining shield generators.
Well, there's only 2 left, so yes, you can.
Okay, I will
Nice.
play my card. Success Adventure Hand, Arcane Spike. And how do I play this? I'll play there. I'll do my force roll. Okay. That's enough to just instantly take out those 2 shield generators, and it cost me 4 power points.
Yes, sir. And at this point in time, I need to take this and see if I can get the character sheet to delete the armor.
And that's my whole action, because I just used the force on it. Like, alright! And that's my free action. I transmit to everyone else. Alright, boys, the shields are down! Let's fuck them right up the ass with missiles! Go!
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Let's blow it up.
Oh no, Will's going at it while their pants are down. They must be terrified.
Whoa.
Yay.
Where'd they go?
I was trying to take the shields off of it, and it's instead deleted the whole damn sheet.
I wonder what had happened.
Will, they just left,
I was gonna say,
man.
did they
They're
just
like,
hop into
"Oh."
hyperspace or something and just take off?
If you haven't done anything else, you hit Control Z and you'll put it back. That's only if you haven't done anything else.
I mean, hey, Drake,
Yeah, you
I
might
will
be able to do
accept
it
them just leaving.
more
What
than
was
once.
that terrifying?
So it brought back the pilots. It did not bring back the ship.
That's probably because that was the
We'll
last
try it
thing
one
it
more
deleted.
time.
Yeah, try
No,
Try
one
doing
more
it
time.
again and hitting it again.
Try one more time because
Yeah.
sometimes you can back it up.
Yeah, I did
Oh,
Yeah,
3.
you can do it a few times, but
Yeah, no.
depends on what you did sometimes too. It just doesn't like to undo certain things.
Yeah, I have no idea what the buffer of boundary is.
I know it can only hold a certain amount of undos,
yeah.
but
Right.
sometimes even when you do that, it's like I undid, and then you're like, no, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You
I'm
undid
in
like
different
half of
reality.
it, but
Yours
you didn't
doesn't count
do one
anymore.
thing. You didn't undo what I wanted you to undo. You just undid everything else.
Oh, well, take it up with the manufacturer. I'm on my
All
coffee
right.
break.
Well, I'm gonna have to manually, if you guys shoot at it, ignore the 50 points of toughness from armor. Yay. Well, this particular V-Wing pipe is going to try and make a piloting check. Ooh, he's fancy. He dives under the shields with you.
But there are no shields.
Oh, yeah. Well, it gets
Well-
real close up personal to you on your tail and takes a pot shot at you.
You shall not pass.
And hit you twice. Neither one enough to actually make you make a piloting check. It like shoots in your general direction, but they're glancing blows.
I moved them as we maneuver past each other.
Arden.
You might like that though. A sexy hot chick mooning him. I mean, I would probably throw him off though. Let's see. I have to move the map around. All right, here we are. Piloting chick first, right?
Yes, sir.
See how
No
far I
way.
can go.
You mooned the only female pilot named Carrier, but she's like, ah, bitch!
You get a message back that says, "Trim that hairy thing."
Are
Oh,
you kidding? That's as bald as a baby's head.
But now
yeah,
that the shields are down, I can still target the.
There's like
Star
being
Destroyer, right?
aerodynamic.
Yes,
Look, the
you
picture.
can.
I was upside down when I came through.
You can shoot the Star Destroyer if you want. You can make a just damaging shot on the ship, or you can try and take out a weapon, or you can make a called shot trying to take out the bridge or the engines.
The weapons would not be a cold shot. Surely they
Well,
would be. They'd be small.
either all of those, they're technically a called shot, but there's no
Yes.
penalty. They're too big.
Ah, okay.
I mean, the weapon is like the
But
size
the
of
big
your
old
ship.
bridge
so-
section of the ship wouldn't be big either.
Damn it, Spider.
Yeah,
the
it
whole
is.
The bridge
thing's
is bigger than my
than
ship.
you are.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm just saying, what in general are you firing at?
Oh, so none of it is a cold shot, is what you're saying. I mean, none of it is a negative.
Right.
Okay, I was going to go for the bridge.
All right. Now, are you firing your weapons, both weapons, your missile and your?
Yeah, I'm going to do both.
All right.
Ooh. Seems to do a lot of damage, so.
Nice. Oh, you didn't target nothing though.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Here's sadly enough, you did 49 points of damage. It has still 50 points of actual. Wait, no, I'm sorry. It was 50 points of shields. It has 35 toughness. So yeah, you just blew the living crap out of the actual. Like you flew by and blasted a missile into the bridge. There's a gaping hole, and there are friggin' the captain of the ship and the people who are majorly in control are now flying out into the vacuum of space.
yeah. Wait, did that turn into a 79? I thought it was a 49.
All right, Drake, I gotta ask you an important
That was
question.
me.
Are any of the people in space hot?
Hold on. Too many people talking. Necron changed the damage to reflect the shields not being there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And what were you saying, Kip?
Are any of the people flying in space hot?
You can't tell. They're wearing the big dumb black helmets.
Oh.
Sadly enough, this particular ship didn't have the standard equipment, so they're dressed like the people from Spaceballs instead of Star Wars.
Oh, Necron, do you want to play Gotcha? Because I can teleport one person willing. And if they're in space dying, I think they'll willingly be teleported onto the ship. You want to play Gotcha with the hostages or no?
Hell yeah.
All right, when my turn comes around, I'll do that before we yeet out of here.
The prototype uniforms that they wore before they switched to the actual Imperial uniforms, I guess.
I mean, if I'm getting Del Harmer, the guy from Spaceballs, all right then. Even if I leave him on the planet abandoned, it'd be hilarious.
So yeah, your other weapons fire off the top of but your lasers do no actual damage. even though Niccolo like shot fairly well, it just didn't do enough damage to merit.
Yeah, Nicholas just rubbing salt in the wound. He's shooting where the bridge used to be.
He didn't know.
Yeah, he both did it at the same time. Just a second or two after me.
All right. And Ricard, you are the first to go this round.
Okay. Oh, let's see here. Pilot.
All right.
All right. So I can get into the zone with this ship.
You're moving you instead of your ship. Your ship is still way back here.
Oh, I thought
Yeah, I
it
have
was.
you. Yeah, I have you on the board to make it easier for you to like hit your HUD and stuff, but and I don't
Okay.
have you. Yeah,
I was only moving me. I was right here.
right.
I'm just moving me. You can drag the ship along if you want.
Yeah, well, moving one forward, you're not. I mean, you can still target.
I thought I rolled an 8.
Nope, you got a 6.
Oh, okay. Then I guess it doesn't matter because the shields are down.
Yeah, it doesn't
So,
matter. You can still fire.
I'll target. What are the other choices? Engines
Yeah,
and what else?
engines or weapons, or just like doing damage to the ship itself. The ship has taken 4 wounds, which means it still has quite a few wounds left to go.
Yeah, just I'll target weapons. So
I mean, there is also 2 V-wings still out there circling around you, but they're probably
hopefully
not as dangerous as the Star
hopefully
Destroyer.
somebody's taking care of that stuff.
No, no one is.
That's a hit with a raise.
Oh really? I didn't. Would I roll another D something? I just rolled regular.
Oh, okay. So yeah, hit with a roll with a raise, please.
I didn't think it was.
All right.
All right.
That would actually give it 2 more wounds.
Okay, and
And it doesn't have a pilot soak at the moment.
and also let's see here. BZ. Well, let's see where's BZ?
It is currently vulnerable now as well.
Where's BZ? Is he even on the board?
I'll move him up so he's right next to you.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I want him to be. I'm just targeting BZ. He's not acting like a player.
Hold on. Oh, that's okay. I ended up having to remake him to get his hit points, and I don't think he's actually assigned to you yet. I apologize. All right, he should be yours now to control.
No, he only gets targeted.
Huh. Well, that's probably because it's still your turn. So let me actually put it on his turn.
Okay. All right. Nope. Let me see here. Yeah, I can't. Oh, there we go.
You have him firing the missiles or something?
Yeah, I just want to have him fire one missile, but he's still just a token. So,
So obnoxious.
you know what? He's just gonna maintain evasion this
Okay.
time.
If it makes you feel any better, he's being so stupid that his HUD isn't popping up for me either.
This token rush is an action which no longer appears. Alright.
Hold on.
Hold on. I got it. Delete.
Yep, he needs the BZ202.
There you go. Now he's got a HUD.
Oh. Okay. So then I'll go ahead and fire a. Wait.
Excuse me.
Oh. I'll just. Oh man. He can't fire the missiles because he's not. It's not on his sheet. So he's just gonna run evasion. I'm not gonna bother with it.
I
That's
mean,
good.
it'll only take me a second to throw it on the sheet.
Yeah, no, we'll just do that next time. He's
Okay.
just it's universe selling. Tell me to just keep evading. So back up to the X-wing. That. Yep. Should go back up to the X-wing. That. There we go.
All right. Vehicle weapons are on him from now on.
Okay. All right.
All right. So that makes this V-wing over here that needs to make a piloting check. Because they're useless otherwise. Oh no, he does not make a piloting check. And that ship is now distracted. And out of control. Arden.
All right. Oh,
At this point in time, you are fairly certain that the Star Destroyer is useless until they say, they'd have to get people on the secondary bridge and get the weapons and such going. You've probably got like 5 or 6 rounds at least where they can't fire at you. So you could continue to pound on it. You could zip past it, or you could try and take out a couple V-wings.
Shoot for the secondary bridge. If we can cripple it, then they pretty much have to replace
Yeah.
it.
that's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah.
All right.
Or
so
can I target
one's
that
not-
and the engines
Um,
with my 2 weapons?
No, the weapons and the engines are not close enough together to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The secondary bridge is much harder to hit. It's like kind of in the middle. You'd actually have to make a common knowledge roll to see where it is, and then you're going to have a minus to hit it.
You could try and take off that whole top structure, the piece that sticks up.
Well, that is like where he was shooting.
That
That
was
is
the original bridge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the other
Yeah.
bridge is somewhere in the main ship. It's not up on there.
Right about there.
What about the are the engines close to the weapons or not?
No, the weapons are all along the sides. There's
Okay.
4 groups of weapons on each side. and the engines are definitely, you have to get behind it.
Do you think it's worth coming to this shit, guys, or should I just go for the weapons?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
And
you
maybe
want-
have V-Wing.
if you can take it out, that's a big bonus in our court, man. You know, taking a whole
right.
side store. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, either way, I'm.
Yeah,
eventually,
you have
I'm
a,
sure we can take it
fairly
down,
good
but-
idea where they are. Necron was right. They're kind of a secondary bridge in there.
Right.
It is a little bit harder to hit. You'll have a -2 to fire against it because it's not like a big old friggin' thing sticking up.
All right.
You want to get closer first or no?
Yeah, let's go and get closer.
Don't be shy. Get a little closer. Aaron, extra dry. Damn it. Too many friggin' commercials.
Woohoo.
Well,
No.
you can go
One
forward.
spot
Mark.
still closer.
Ah, hot wax.
What?
I had a scented candle going to make my room smell nicer, and I went to blow it out, and I spilled wax on myself. I was like, ow, fuck. Oh.
Ooh,
Oh, right now I smell like Christmas.
like burning flesh? I don't think
No,
that's what
Mark,
Christmas Day
so-
smells like.
Only in certain rights. Only in certain rights is Christmas fun burning flesh.
Okay.
I guess
look,
if you're using a lot of
Christmas
candles,
isn't-
maybe.
it's not enough to actually burn somebody. It's just unpleasant when you get first hit with hot wax, anyways.
By the way, Spider, I'll give you Benny. Okay.
You know, if I was an attractive woman, you'd all be paying to see me covered in hot wax, but I'm not, so that's the way of the world.
A 4 is not a good enough to hit it. You'd have to re-roll your to hit there, buddy.
Get
What about
good,
the 11
Scrub.
with the raise before it on the other weapon?
Oh, okay.
Did that do raise damage? Or does it just happen to be low even though it's raised damage?
that rate, well, I don't know what you rolled, but it's only a single
I
check.
did the shift click.
The damage that I get is, I believe that's from that was from the missile, and the missile was not a hit unless you, and it did not roll damage on. Oh yeah, it did. Okay, so
It
it
did.
did Bupkis for damage on the laser, and the missile wouldn't have hit. You'd have to roll a reroll on that.
Is that raised damage though? Because or it was the 11 not actually a raise.
The 11
11
would have
a
been raised.
raise. Because you rolled crap. You got
Yeah.
like you roll a 1 on your D6 for the raise.
Yeah, if you click where it says Victory Class Starter Start, it opens up and tells you all the shit.
You rolled an 8, a
Yeah.
3, a 7, and a 4. That's 26 points of damage. It's got 35 points of toughness.
All right.
With that,
I will Benny
So,
it
yeah.
then. That
Okay, you bennied the.
oh, it was one less.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was saying Benny the shot to actually hit with the torpedo. Most of your vehicle lasers are
I
not.
thought you
going
said
to
the
do
4
enough.
didn't hit.
Yeah, no, the torpedo didn't hit. That's what I'm saying. You'd have to re-roll the
Oh.
2 hit on the torpedo. That would have hit. That would have done the damage. Yeah, that actually does a lot of damage.
Is it plus
Yeah.
50 because you said the armor's gone?
Yeah. The armor of 50 is gone. So yeah, add 50 to that.
So 101. I don't think 51 plus 50 is 75. Is that like a cap on the damage or something?
Plus 50. Oh, it's
Well,
half
50,
damage for
51
something.
plus 50 would be 101.
Who gave it half damage?
Huh?
Who gave it half damage? That wasn't me.
I don't know.
Wow.
dude, you
Well,
took out the
it's dead
other.
anyway, apparently.
Yeah, you took out the other bridge. It is salvageable, but currently it's like a headless snake.
Yeah. I mean, unless we want it.
Do you have a couple? I mean, how are you getting it? You'd have to have another ship big enough to come grab it and pull it somewhere. You guys certainly do not
Oh, we
have
can
any.
scuttle it.
There are, to your knowledge, 4 other better Star Destroyers in this system. There are 3 around the planet. Do you want to sit here long enough to do that?
Not I, said the fly.
Nah. If they're better, then we're not going to fare as well against them, probably.
Yeah, you got
That's
the.
still
you got
got
the-
a stable orbit.
yeah, it's in orbit.
Yeah, is it stable? Not gonna
Um,
plummet into the planet, is it?
it's hard to tell. It's definitely out of control, but they have other Star Destroyers with that can come around and grab it with tractor beams.
Okay. Well, that'll give us extra time, but yeah, I don't want it to be smashing, nose diving into the planet. So,
Yeah.
well, is all the enemy fighters dead?
Nope. As a matter of fact, Nicolo just ineffectively shot one and jammed the turret that he was in the process.
Oh.
Let me know when I get to my parents.
Careful with my ship, Phil.
My ass.
All right, Will.
Oh, we're way at the bottom, Bobby.
Alrighty, so
Yeah.
who do we have left? The only V-Wing left?
There are 2 V-Wings left. There's one slightly south of you that's out of control and spinning, and then there's the one that's like on Navi's ass. Like they owe him money.
Must have liked what she saw.
I'll go ahead and deal the one that like is on Navi's like rear end and then just like shoot.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Well, do not shoot me, or Kip will hate you for the rest of his life.
I wasn't going to.
If you get double ones, I'll be one shot because I'm in the turret.
I will throw you out the Star Destroyer.
Why can I not select my weapons?
I don't know. On your did you click your token?
I did.
In your weapons, can you not hit the heavy quad laser?
No, I cannot.
I mean, it's up on the screen.
It is, but
You
So
can't
hold
hit
on.
where it says.
like, user. Wait, hold on. User lacks permission to update chat messages.
What the heck?
It shows it right there at the.
That was me.
Yeah, it didn't.
To hopefully facilitate speed and time, but apparently that failed.
Do you want me to roll for you real quick, Spider?
I will like to.
You mean
roll.
Will?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Will.
Yes,
Say
I'm
what?
lucky to roll for me.
Okay. That is a hit with a
Hit.
raise.
Mhm. Whew, damage.
As you do 9 wounds to this poor little ship. It is very defeated.
Yeah, that's what we get for saying I owe you money. I know I do, but still.
Eh. Okay. Is it okay if I go ahead and attack the other V-Wing, or no?
Yeah, sure. If you got an extra action, go for it.
You do not have an extra action.
Damn. Okay.
You ain't the Phil.
Alright. Well, that's all I can do.
Okay. So,
Navi, at this particular point in time, you cannot shoot at the guy behind you because obviously he's behind you and your weapons are firing forward only. So you could make a check and try and zip around him, or you could just let Kip shoot him first.
I'll let Kip shoot him first.
alright, where's the V-Wing that's behind me? 'Cause I thought Will destroyed the guy that was right behind me. So there's like one guy south left.
Yeah,
That's out of
there's one-
control.
yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna give him. Where's my guy on the board? There's Navi. There's the fighter.
You're here. I'll move you up. You're now
Okay, I
under,
see what happened. Okay.
you're under Arden now.
Weapons. V laser. We add the +1 for the targeting computer.
That's
Here we
already in
go.
there.
And I got a 5. And gonna shoot this guy. And that is 16 damage. Just not enough to kill him. I'm gonna Benny the damage. 21, that's another shake. He's already shaken. So he does an out of control check and see if he crashes into something.
Yep, he is already out of control, so let's see if I can get him to do a piloting check with a penalty.
Ground vehicles, airplane. Yeah, so this guy is distracted until next turn. And
And his engines stop because of his electronics going out.
I'll call him up on the comm like, do you want to call it here, bro? Your engine stopped and we can stop fighting. We just go to the planet. If you say yes, I'll leave you alone.
You hear, please leave me alone.
Okay, as long as you promise not to shoot at us, we'll just leave you alone and you can wait for the Imperium to pick you up. Have a good day, bro. And that's it. I'm done. I mean, the guy's already fucked. There's no point, like, kicking him while he's down even further.
So, are you guys going to continue to try and shoot that V-Wing, or are you just going to victoriously go down to the planet going, Star Destroyers?
Just heading
Always
planet
leave
side.
one to tell the tale.
All right.
Hey,
Well,
just
then,
Enough.
I can imagine the after report that guy has to write. These fucking Jedi blew up the capital ship and this space pirate killed everyone at the bridge, and this one guy kept eating the grenades and blowing everyone out, and this droid shot me out of nowhere. Oh lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely going to Imperial prison.
I think I don't know, man. Palpatine might give him a medal because he actually survived all that shit. He's like, dude, you just retired. There's nothing left for you to do.
I don't think Palpatine is that generous. Nor do I think he is involved in mundane affairs like that either.
No, man. I
It's
mean,
Jar
they
Jar.
might just let him
Always
go.
been Jar Jar.
all right. So, you have left a on fire, slightly spinning out of control Death Star called the Arcanian Dragon,
Star Destroyer.
looking, like a wilted penis in space. You guys,
Are we
Head-
we just gonna leave it, or are we gonna scuttle it?
you don't have time to actually destroy.
Quit trying to damage it anymore. It might crash into the fucking planet. What part of
This-
ecological disaster? We're going to be down there. I don't want it like
I was thinking to completely blow it up, not like
yeah.
Okay,
make it
Yeah,
fall out
so
of
the
orbit.
just-
tropical rains down on the planet. I
can't
mean, if
blow
we
it up.
blow it up, it's gonna go right onto the planet.
yeah, to
Whatever.
completely blow up a Star Destroyer would probably, to make it so it would not actually land on the planet and do damage,
We don't have enough
would
vessels.
probably take it would, I mean, you have destroyed certain parts of it. 90% of the ship is still intact. It would,
Yeah,
if
fair.
you used all of your missiles on all of your ships, you would probably break it up into small parts that would still hit the planet like asteroids.
Yeah, fair enough.
Besides, we gotta find the Empire with the repair costs of that horrible shit. Either way, they're gonna get stuck with a huge bill, and that'll give them a detriment.
Yep.
All right. So you guys break through the dust cloud onto the planet and go and land. Once you run electronic scan as you enter the atmosphere, you see that oddly enough, this very arid and dry, think like a planet that is New Mexico, Nevada, like just desert from top to bottom. Some of it is warmer, some of it is colder, depending on the sun hitting it, but it is arid as fuck. There are hundreds of like little villages here and there, almost think of like African villages, but there is only one major metropolis on the city, and it is a really large city. You can see it as you enter. You see even from here that there is a spaceport, and there are ships that are going up and down and landing. Not all of them are Imperial forces. You see small freighters manufactured by numerous different companies are landing and taking off. They lack any sign of Imperial markings or identifications, so they're more than likely privately owned. Meaning that there are probably other species besides the natives on this planet, so at least that way you won't stick out like a sore thumb. However, roll common knowledge checks for me, please.
It's not going to be popular landing in X-wing at this point.
No, I'm not landing in that way.
Hours, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hours.
7.
Oh,
My knowledge.
yeah, I was busy piloting my ship. I have no idea. I had an aneurysm.
Oh wow! Don't worry, you gave me your knowledge. I got a 9. That's a raise.
All right, Kip, you are fairly certain that the Star Destroyer saw you enough that they broadcast to the other Star Destroyers what your ships look like. If you guys land in the city, they're going to know that you are the guys that just took out a Star Destroyer. It would behoove you to land outside the city and try and hide your vehicles, considering you can see multiple patrols of V-Wings flying all over the place around the planet.
Well, that's not a big deal because we're carrying a speeder bike in the cargo hold, so we could just hop on our speeder bikes and jetpacks to get to the city after we hide the ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide my ship. I don't want these guys to know.
Right. All right. So there are valleys that have, scrub and such that you could land and try and just cover it that way. Or you guys detect small caves and such that you guys can try and make piloting checks to like hide your ships in.
Well, I'm gonna link. I think we should link my lib fighter back on the Spider's main ship because they're supposed to be joined together.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. That's
Yeah.
that's not a problem. And the good thing about the way the lib fighter is set up is if you have time, you basically back your ship in to Spider's ship, and then you have your weapons fire that can fire from the back. If you're in a rush, you can just zip your ship nose first. It docks either way. It's a really nice design.
So I'll park the X-wing in a cave with an 11.
Yo, Spider, what size is your custom ship?
I don't know.
Oh, what the hell?
Ask the DM.
It is a size 14.
Woohoo.
Why do I keep selecting William? Oh no. Okay, never mind. Ah,
I don't know if you have any upgrade slots left, but we could put an AI on that thing, and it would be able to fly itself and do stuff itself, and just take orders from you, so we don't really have to park it and come back. But that's not the thing we do now. But yeah.
It has 52 mods out of 56.
It only takes 3 mods for an AI, but it's very expensive.
there we go. 11 is much better than a 5.
All right.
Embarrassing roll for a ace pilot like me.
What
Or
about
5 would
you,
have been.
Spider? Did you make your piloting check? Oh, you got an 8. Not bad.
No, I got an 11.
I keep confusing. All right. Chris has
Will got an 8 for
infected
some
me,
reason.
so I keep confusing Spider and Will because you guys are the two supposedly dedicated pilots. I apologize. I have been hit in the head way too many times. You guys all successfully managed to get your ships all set up. The problem is you're probably about a day and a half, maybe 2 days outside of the city itself. And
Even on speeders? Or you have
traffic-wise,
one
when you were
speeder?
doing your scanners, you did not see any speeder bikes on the planet. So if you decided to use speeder bikes, again, you would stick out like a sore thumb.
Well, can I just fly up there on my jetpack that goes 100 miles an hour?
Jetpacks only have enough fuel to fire twice, or fire 10 times.
No, they actually shoot it as a vehicle.
No, that's why there's jetpack fuel that only gives you 10 shots of range 12.
It's actually should be labeled a jump pack, not a jetpack.
No, the jetpack I got from the book that cost $5,000. It's range 12 during combat, but if you do sustained flight like travel, it's 100 miles an hour. I can go travel 100 miles for an hour.
But not, 100 miles would get you there, but not everybody has a jetpack.
But did everyone spend the $5,000 to get the jetpack like that's listed in the book?
No.
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 Oh. What the hell do you guys got?
I have an ascension gun.
Alright,
I've
well,
got Surge.
And a ship.
I mean, do you guys just want to walk it? Or we could just, Drake's like, no speeder bikes, no this, no that. I think he just wants us to walk.
Oh, well.
We take a speeder bike like halfway there? And then hide it somewhere?
If you take a speeder bike, it is more likely that the patrols of V-Wings that are all over the planet would spot you.
Well, what vehicle can we use without getting spotted, Drake?
It's really hard to use a vehicle without getting spotted when there are no other vehicles on the planet that are not Imperial use.
Necron, we're gonna have to bring another sandcrawler thing. What's the ecosystem
We
around
just stolen
here?
a
Jungle,
V-wing.
forest, what?
He just told you it was
Desert.
Desert. Okay,
Necron, I'm gonna have to buy a sandcrawler and start a new business here later.
Motocross bikes.
Okay, are there any rideable animals on this?
No.
Okay.
Animal life that you see is very, very scarce.
Okay. All right. I grab my rations and
We just
start
walk it.
looking at. Yeah.
Yeah, guess so.
No,
Just
I'll
said a
hook
day and
it
a
too because
Just have to camp on the way, I guess.
I'm a Jawa. This is my people's land. We live
I'll
in the desert.
BZ watch the ship. Let me know if anything gets close. Feel free to scare off any wildlife.
All right. It beeps and boops at you, affirmatively. Almost chuckles, sounds like, because it wants to blow something up because you have a bloodthirsty droid.
Ha!
Well, you forget this little astromech droid started off as the 12-foot tall combat droid that you swatted with the in Jabba or the Hutt's
I hit it with the
friggin'
sniper.
hangar bay.
Yeah,
Yeah, now it's got a dark Sith Witch engrams like
Yeah.
printed on its like
yeah.
Yeah,
on
it's
some of
kind of
its
crazy
motherboards.
looking. I should probably give it a bonus to intimidate, but a minus to persuasion.
Pulls out switchblade.
Let's just say it'll like scare protocol droids into like babbling and stuttering.
Ha! That's the best.
All right. I would appreciate it if, while you guys are hoofing it to the city, that you all make a survival check for me. Kip, you have a +4 to this because it's your environment. And then after that, I need a notice check.
I don't have survival, so I guess I'll unskilled.
Unskilled.
Yeah. Ew.
Alright. Here we go.
Apparently I'm not allowed to Benny that? Oh, I'm out of base. Never mind. Did I get that Benny that Will said he was going to give me?
I don't think he gave that to you, no.
Nope, I'll go ahead and give it to you.
Do I have survival?
There you go.
No, we'll do this unskilled
All right, if
at
you
the
want,
4. Roll. I got a 5.
all right. For the people who aren't making it and aren't doing good, Niccolo
My reroll
will.
was a 1.
I got a 4 on notice.
I had
Niccolo,
notice
what?
failed survival.
No, I
Okay.
did survival. I got a 5. He said then do notice.
So Niccolo helps the people that are failing on the survival, and Will, the heat really doesn't bother you. You're a droid.
Okay. All right.
The sand might.
Would I have some advantage with my hearing?
But what is this survival check for? Is it to resist the heat?
Yes, it's walking through the desert without getting fucked up.
I got complete
Okay,
suit.
now
Let's go life support.
Navi has that armor that has like air conditioning built in, so she can ignore that.
Yeah.
Has anyone else got air conditioning in their armor or life support suit? You can probably ignore that.
You're still walking on sand and it's exhausting.
Yeah, it's a
And
question of
Yeah.
And there's like just watching the landscape and there's survival isn't just like I got hot, but it is going to help him maybe get some plus.
yeah.
for the
I
heat.
will, with the help from Niccolo and people, I believe just about everybody either has a breath mask and has a decent suit. There are no nobody rolled critical failures, and all that would happen if you failed is you'd have to sit and rest for an hour because you would take a fatigue from running around in this terrain. The bad part is, as you guys are walking. Oh, Kip, do you have your drone with you?
I do.
All right. Let me put him on there so he can roll a notice check. Oh, wrong drone. Fucking.
But I got a 5.
There's your
That matters.
surveillance drone. And Arden, did you want Chase to make a surveillance check or
Oh, cool. We're on the same map. Okay, let me just pop him up real quick.
Hey,
Notice
back
check.
on the.
Oh. Wait.
Will wants to know if his hearing helps him.
Oh, it was a 10. Okay.
in this case, yes, it would give you your bonus of +2.
The
Alright.
droid got a 7.
Yeah, I think Chase is pretty well informed with a 23.
Okay. Back at
I'm
the.
going to Benny that.
Oh,
Well, Ricard wants to say something. Will you let him talk, guys?
no, I don't know. I don't need your help on talking. I'll just shut up.
Ricard, please say what you were going to say. I would appreciate it.
All I just, yeah, it's just, we've got a all temperature cloak. So, just seemed like, so I'm actually,
Yeah, the all temperature cloak would give you at least a +1.
so then I would make it and I wouldn't have had to spend a penny.
Okay, well, then get your Benny back. That makes sense. Hi, guys. I have your surveillance drone moving ahead a little bit from you guys, and I had you spaced out at least a little bit. So if somebody jumped out of ambush, they couldn't hit you with like a spell. Well, you know what I meant. A Jedi
Yeah.
power.
Yeah, that too.
So that's all well and good.
The BG droid ain't my surveillance drone. Oh, there he is up there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's surveilling.
Yeah, they left regardless
scouting
his
or
drone
whatever.
back at the ship.
Yeah, looks like he probably made this beforehand.
Ah.
Yeah, because you guys have like followers and such like that, I always do the initiative ahead of time to make life a little bit easier.
Yeah, I understand that.
Blade Scorpion, oh no.
Ah,
And the only person who is not surprised is Chase, who chitters like a mad critter.
I made my notice.
As
Oh, maybe I guess it's stealth though.
Well, how much of a
you
stealth
did not
guy
roll,
get?
yeah, you had to get an 11 or better on a notice roll to see it.
Got it.
It was burrowing underneath and hiding, and it gets nice bonuses to burrow underground.
So, does he have the drop or is this regular surprise?
He has the drop.
Alright, bring it.
Let's see.
so I guess Chase wasn't able to warn us.
I mean, he chitters, but it's just as this thing jumps out of the ground. Chase would actually get an initiative check. If he wants to try and, after this thing goes, if he wants to try and either attack it or use try to intimidate it or trick it or something, it can, but that might also make it a target. All right, so there are 5 of you around him. Kip, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to roll a 10-sider, and Kip is 1, and Arden is 10. Going in a circle that way. All right. Navi,
Hmm.
this thing seems to love you.
Cool.
I mean, there are 6 of us.
Yes, but
Unless you're counting followers, I guess.
Yeah, Will is not close enough. You guys, there was 5 of you in a direct circle, and I wasn't counting Chase.
Yeah, and Will doesn't have any meat on his bones. I don't think the skeleton want to eat him. I mean, the scorpion wants to eat him.
Yeah.
No.
Also, just be protecting its territory.
I mean, Navi does look pretty tasty until you see the lightsabers.
no, she's probably too skinny.
Are you trying to volunteer to be in her place here, Spider? Why you?
All right. Well, Navi, the first thing that happens is this thing rears up and it shoots a web at you and misses.
All right.
Oh, great. Nicolo's not here, so he's going to die while everybody else is. Hopefully, this won't hurt too bad.
Guess we'll find out. Ooh. Frenzy.
That's 2 hits.
Yeah.
All right. That means he gets to make a nice little vigor check at a -2.
He's a robot. I'm not sure it matters.
The way we've been dealing with him is he has human tissue on the outside that's been actually taking the damage.
Okay.
That way, that's why he's been healing, and you've been able to heal him with force powers instead of having to repair him.
Like just a robot skeleton or something, I guess. And brain.
And
Maybe his
with
organs.
the penalty,
Or
that
not
is
organs.
a no. So he will spend a penny. That is still a no. Nicolo has been poisoned.
Must have a cardiovascular system too if he's poisoned. Although I guess if you pierced his flesh and he didn't have a cardiovascular system, that'd be pretty suspicious.
Well, there's venom and toxin. So
Yeah.
venom would go through your bloodstream, and
Um,
toxin would. And I
I
guess
guess it'd
either
eat your
one could
flesh,
be
yeah.
necrotic.
well, here's the thing. This will fuck him up, but not anywhere near as bad as if it was a person. It will start messing up his skin and outside body, but it's not going to straight up kill him like it would somebody else. Because it is a lethal poison. All right. Oh shit, I've got to add. That would have been raise damage and raise damage. So that was with the drop. So that would have been.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so Nicolo got has 2 wounds and is poisoned as a frenzied stinger tail went through his chest twice.
Ooh. The chest, man.
All right, Chase, are you going to make yourself a target, or are we just going to do normal initiative rolls and go into it?
I mean, he's a target sitting on my shoulder, so I mean.
Go
I don't know.
normal.
All right.
Oh, yay. Anybody want to spend a Benny, try and get higher than an ace?
No.
I shall.
I would have had a Benny.
And I got the 8, so I didn't get any higher. Anyway, so let's do this. Spider, use your adventure card.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit. Let me check and see if Niccolo has any useful adventure cards.
Yeah, I think the only thing that would apply is payback.
All right. I'm
Wait,
sorry. I have to
pass.
do it.
Oh, playing card.
What are you playing?
Do you want the Scorpion to fall in love with you?
I'm kidding.
Play room. Yeah, it can happen. Love
You know what-
interest.
You don't know what I'm into.
All right.
Apparently not.
I mean, like, all right. I won't yuck someone's yum. Playing a non-player character, the target eventually falls in love with your hero. He or she may tag along on your adventures intermittently to help with various things. Well, Drake, does the Scorpion count as a non-player character? For
I
love
mean, I don't know what else
interest?
you would call it.
I don't know what I don't know. I never thought that sentence would leave my mouth.
Everybody else has got a pet. I want one too.
He does not
exactly.
find you very charming.
All right.
Oh,
Not at the moment, anyway. If he lives long enough, maybe you'll be able to charm him, but not this round.
No
you
Scorpions
should have
are
took
dead
that
unless they
beast
beat me
friend
in
power,
physical
Necron.
combat.
Necron,
What?
use beast friend on him.
He's already been hit. Okay.
I mean, I could do that actually. And borders are.
So does he just go again because it's a new round, or what do we wait?
Yep.
All right.
Wow, he really sucks as far as that go. Spider, it shoots a web at you and misses again.
Well, to be fair, he's distracted by
know.
Navi making moves on him.
Then the Scorpion's head webs. That's freaky. A special alien Scorpion, I guess.
Yeah, that's why I found it attractive.
After all.
So who'd he hit?
Oh, darn it. He was targeting my brain is doing Arden. Arden, you have a parry higher than a 4, right?
Pretty sure, yeah. Let's see. 9, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, then he missed you twice as his claws come and snap past you twice with that hand. So, yeah. Navi.
All right. I'm gonna throw a lightsaber at this sucker. Oh, I tried it already. I thought, didn't I? Did I not, you bastard? Hey. I shook it. If I'm okay, it's shaking. Oh yeah, I'm moving away.
Yeah, but it spends a Benny immediately.
Okay, it's still my turn. I don't care.
It unshakes immediately when you move away, so it can get you.
You can try.
You spend a Benny when it's not your turn. Well, I mean, I don't know.
The GM
When
can spend a Benny at any time.
You can also.
But don't get
spend
frenzied
Benny
though.
to-
Opportunity attacks is just a standard attack.
Okay, yeah. So, Navi, does an 11 hit you?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's just
Very
normal
Navi.
damage.
What?
I'm assuming that's just normal hit, not a raise.
Yes. Just on my head.
And you have a toughness higher than 9.
Oh yes.
Because, okay. So it hits you with the flat of its stinger, not enough to make you make a poison check.
Gotcha.
Look, Navi, you're getting love bites already.
Huh.
You said you wanted it.
Chip?
Okay, so my droid spins around like, oh fuck! Moves up 6 and takes a pot shot at this thing because it's far away enough to actually pot shot this thing without having to worry about getting too close.
Makes
Doesn't
sense.
really matter if it hits. 7.
That's
That's
a
a
hit
hit
with
with
a
a
raise.
raise. And it's going lethal. We're not talking about stun damage at all here. Don't do enough, but okay, that's enough. Now Kip's like, damn. Well, guys, I only got one thing to do in this situation. Throw a grenade! And I'm just gonna throw a frag grenade right
Don't
on
hit
this
Phil.
thing, but it's not gonna hit anybody else because we centered on this thing. And
It's maybe not centered.
You might want to move that a little.
what?
If you want it to hit Phil, you don't want it to hit. You said you didn't want it to hit Phil.
Yeah, I'm not hitting Phil. We quit making up
Are
stories.
you looking at the map? He's definitely
No,
getting
I'm not
hit.
looking at the map. Drake, move my thing up because I can't. The thing to move it went under the scorpion.
Okay, I will just assume that with a hit with a raise, that you centered it so it did not hit him.
Alright, that's the grenade damage.
All right.
Now, he does get an evasion check because it's a normal grenade. He can roll like agility -2 to try to jump out the way.
Yep, I was already working on that.
Damn it. That's a downside grenade, so sometimes these guys just jump out the way. That would have been 2 wounds if it landed.
It jumps in the air and does a triple backflip.
Alright, and then
Rolling
from
a
the movement, I
15
heroically
off.
run away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
with an agility check like that. Yeah.
I see why you're in love, Navi. I mean, but we can't take it alive. I wish we could.
I swear to raise it from the dead.
Your love is a dark and cruel one, ain't it, Navi?
Yep.
Ricard.
Yep. Targets.
I have to move it outside the blast radius. You can't stay there. Ah. Oh, you did move it.
That is a hit.
Oh,
Well, that's still a hit.
not a raise though, right?
No, sir.
Okay. Jammer. AP 6, 16.
You have shaken it.
Okay, I'll guess I'll move away. Let's see. How do I? All right.
Smart idea. Nicolo has to try and unshake. Okay. Oh, fuck. I gotta take it off the measuring tool. Okay. He goes over here and he's going to take a shot at it. Damn.
Mad much?
Yeah.
Even with
Very.
-2.
Oh, with all of that, he does diddly dick for damage.
Really has AP8. Oh,
It's pretty armored, I think.
He rolled 14 against a toughness of 15.
oh.
Oof.
And he is down only having one Benny. So
Yeah.
he's not wasting that. Arden.
I guess I'll shoot him and do the flamer. I almost did the shift weapons there.
No, you cannot shoot him with a vehicle weapon.
Nah.
Yeah, I saw the weapons there and I was like, oh, I'm gonna click on those. Oh no, that's we're not on the ship anymore.
Bornazar can. You'll have BZ calling an airstrike on this bitch.
Wow.
And
10 whole
10
points
damage is not
damage?
enough. Or 13, right?
He's got a toughness of 15.
Yeah.
Hit him with the
Guess that's all I
ascension
can
gun?
do. Yeah, I did it right before.
Oh,
I got a 7 and a 13 with for damage. Which is still not enough.
alrighty then. Are you going to back up at all, or while it's shaken?
Yeah. I guess I'll back up.
All right. Well, don't go
It's
too
this
far
rock
because
face here.
you are on the edge of a cliff.
Okay. So like there.
I mean, you can. I mean, I'm just saying where that's dark is the cliff face.
Right.
So you can go up to the edge of it. I just didn't want you to like accidentally go over the edge and fall. You know.
Oh, I
30
thought we were in the valley.
Oh no.
That looks like a valley.
Oh yeah. Actually, you're right. No. Okay, I was looking at that wrong. So yeah, you can go right up to the edge of that if you want.
Okay, yeah.
Are you having Chase do anything?
He'll remaining on my shoulder. He will do a test.
Okay.
Let's see. The spirit. What? What was this? Oh, I had control instead of shift. Oh.
You're fairly certain the scorpion got excited at the way Chase yelled at him.
What, he prefers furry creatures over humans, I guess?
I don't know.
Yeah, it tastes like a meal.
Will,
Wilhelm.
Will,
All right, let's do this. All right, time to go head ham. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that, technical difficulties, but then here we go. Let's do this. So one of them hits, and then one of the hits was his relays.
ineffectual with both. You just tickled it.
I'm gonna bet any of those two.
You can Benny one at a time. Oh, okay.
There you go. That did a little damage.
No, son of a bitch!
Ah, we finally do some damage and he soaks it all.
Well, all I can do.
Maybe we should call him that airstrike.
All right, Arden, you get to go before it does.
Right.
It still should be shaken. I had to make the spirit check to resist chase, and it decided that it was unshaken. So, but it is not.
Oh, I'm curious. My Beastmaster Edge, it says that the animals don't attack me unless I attack them first. Oh, if they're in range for some reason, I guess territory could count. I guess.
No, man, it didn't attack you first. It hit somebody else.
Attack me first.
No, it
It
attacks.
attacked Bill first, and then you
It
shot
attacked
at
me
it.
before I attacked it.
Yeah, this is true.
Well, fine,
don't-
then.
I don't think it actually did any damage to you. If it had, I would have taken the damage off.
Yeah.
And
I was
you
wondering
have
if there was a way I could.
You have
I was
attacked
wondering
it
if-
though now.
Right. I was just wondering if there was a way I could tame it or something, but yeah, the Beastmaster Edge doesn't do that exactly. I mean, I guess theoretically I could more easily, but not. It's not.
Did it
exactly
start
what it is.
enraged? Or berserk?
What's that?
So Spider wants to play the love interest card of the Scorpion as well, and we're gonna have a love triangle, guys.
No, I just want a pet. I don't want a lover.
Well, I think my card
I'm
was
just trying to
looking for
figure
a lover,
something out
looking for
there.
a pet, but yeah.
Yeah. No, this is a really pissed off, super hungry wild card. Food is exceptionally scarce. And it really thinks it's going to be able to eat at least one of you.
It might at this rate. That's why I'm just trying to see what we can.
Okay,
If we
I'm
can't do
going
any
to tell
damage,
you
then
a
I mean-
secret. Spider, would you like to know a secret? Your
Sure.
gun has a stun setting, and if you hit it with that, instead of rolling damage, it has to make a bigger check, or it's stunned, it flops on the ground like a fish. If you can stun it, I can just walk up there with a lightsaber and cut its head off.
I mean, I can do that too.
Yeah, well,
I have
yeah,
a
but
lightsaber.
well, if you want to do that, stun it first, and then just cut its head off with the other hand. But the point
Or-
is, if you
Doesn't
stun
have-
it, you can bypass its toughness and get in close.
The other thing that you can do is you can make shooting checks to make it vulnerable or distracted for other people. If you don't think your weapons do enough damage to potentially hurt it.
True. Well, I have two weapons. I can try stunning him with one, and if that doesn't work, can I do a test with the other one?
Yes, you may.
Right. I guess I don't need damage for this. Just the main roll. And it's a test.
All right.
I mean, it's a pretty good test, but about as good as I can do. Well, I guess in this game you could do infinitely well, depending on how many explosions you get, but
It is not stunned.
you just have to beat a 4 and not my roll.
Yep. He
Well,
has
if
to-
you roll a raise on the stun, then it has to roll bigger -2, but still has to be the 4.
Yep. I rolled a 7.
Yeah. So even if it was
But
a
stun
5,
is like
yeah.
being paralyzed. You can actually just cope the grace thing to get to a port recovers.
All right. And you're
Yeah.
going to try and do a
But,
test. Are you going to try and make it distracted? Or are you going to try and give an aid check to somebody else who might be able to actually do significant damage to it? Because I will tell you right now, Sheila and Nicola's bowcaster are probably the two things that could do the most damage to it, aside from people running up to it with lightsabers. But I don't think anybody wants to run up to it too close.
That's why I throw mine.
yeah. Oh, have we been applying the +2 damage from my card I played?
What card you played? When?
Man, it's way up here, like right at the beginning of combat. Right after
No.
the love interest.
That was a joke, man.
Oh, I played it to Phil's adventure stat. Why did that happen? I said play. How does play put it in somebody's hand stat? That doesn't make any sense.
That's weird.
Well, go play it off of Phil's hand. Yo, can you
What-
fix that, mister?
I don't even see it in here.
What card is it?
Oh, I think it might have been payback. Yeah. Yeah, +2 against him for the duration. Or damage causing attacks. Oh, so it's attack rolls. So that wouldn't have helped that much. I was thinking it was damage.
Payback. Photon opposing wild card. All your attacks do +2 against him for the duration of the scene.
And I don't seem to be able to play it from his, at least not from
Well,
this
from
menu.
now on, go in the modifiers for better rolls, and where it says trait roll modifier, hit the +2 until it stays.
Red.
I think you click it twice,
Yeah, red. You want to make it red.
and that will, for the whole
Okay.
rest of the combat, give you a +2 to your trait modifier rolls.
Cool. All right.
All
And,
right. So, are you giving an aid check to somebody, or are you trying to make it shaken or vulnerable?
well, if I make a chicken vulnerable, that'll help everybody, right?
Right. You've seen it resisting with its spirit, though, so far. Right now, if you make a shooting check with your +2 to hit, you're pretty much almost guaranteed to make the person you're giving the aid check to have a probably a +2 to hit, which is probably going to make them do a raise damage.
All right. So, who do I think would be better? Borderlands Broadcaster or Sheila?
Probably give it to Ricard because Sheila's
Right.
pretty badass, and well, Phil's not here tonight. So I'd rather,
Right,
if you're
then you
going
go
to give
Sheila.
it to somebody.
Ooh. Oh. I did the shift click. Sorry. Although, that 21 would have done something, though. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Why did it roll twice?
I have no idea.
This is a 17 and a
That
10.
being said, Ricard, the next time you fire, you have a +3 to your hit.
Oh, that's the number of trait dice. That's not what I needed.
Okay.
That's why. I clicked the wrong thing to modify better rolls.
Is Chase doing anything?
He will also do the test.
All right.
So he'll do his spirit again. Not that it's any.
That's a pretty good spirit check.
Oh, yeah. But Scorpion has good spirit too, so we'll see.
Nope. Do you want to make him
Ah.
distracted or vulnerable?
I'm gonna say vulnerable.
All right. That all adds up. Now he's got to try and make a spirit check. He's feeling the spirit. Apparently, you pissed him off. Let's see. Apparently, you really did piss it off. Because it's coming after you. First, it's not working with its webbing right now, so it's going to try and claw you.
Oh my god. I don't want to be stuck.
That doesn't do any damage. Does that make you shaken? What is your toughness?
It's pretty high, I believe. 17.
Okay, so no, that is not enough. It stabs you
Higher
with
than
a
his toughness.
stinger. Yep, it's, you know what?
Ah,
There we go. You are shaken and have a wound. Do you want to try and soak that?
if I had a Benny.
Oh boy. Okay. And then make a vigor check at a -2, please.
Oh, shit. Ah,
All right.
got a raise.
You are not actually poisoned. Nice.
Well, that's good at least.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'm a dude. Let's do this. Necron,
But
where's this thing? Okay, and can I see this thing, Drake?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't worry. If it decides to burrow and go back under the ground, I'll let you know.
Joy.
That's a success. I chuck my lightsaber at it with my move force, which means I can use a fighting roll to hit it with my lightsaber from all the way over here. Here we go. And does an 8 hit it?
Yes, sir.
That's 12, so that's a shake. I'm not Benny that. See if we can fish for higher damage. Oh, it didn't. It's not doing it. We rolled it. Okay, it's a 20, so that's 1 wound.
Woohoo!
Alright. And then I'm gonna step over here a little bit closer and be like, "Yeah, we're getting them on the rope." Now, is it currently distracted? Or
No, it is currently. You made it vulnerable, right?
yeah, that
Yeah,
will
made it
warn us on
vulnerable.
the end of its turn, though.
Yeah.
Well, Chase
All
made
right.
him vulnerable, didn't he?
Yeah, but
Did you
then
beat
at
that?
the end of its turn, it went off and it went right after you.
All right.
Then my boy with the robot is gonna try to make it vulnerable. I mean, distracted by taking a pot shot at it with its weapon. This is gonna be a test instead of an attack.
Okay. So an agility
So
check, resist.
yeah, it's gonna resist with its agility.
Good lord.
You got 38 to make it vulnerable. Wow, if we could shoot that well, if we shot the damn thing. Oh well. So then he got
Yeah.
8. So do we have creative combat on or no?
I don't honestly know how to do creative combat on
Okay,
him.
so what happens is you roll another table to see what happens if we get raised. If we don't, that thing's just shaking on top of being vulnerable.
Necron, do you know where the creative combat macro is?
There isn't a macro. You just have to look up on the table. Should be in tables.
You will have to roll at the table.
Okay, here we go.
Roll 2d6. 8. So yeah, the fog's just shaking. It's nothing special. I was hoping for that 12 or get an extra turn. Oh well.
All right.
That's all my turn.
I put the creative combat down in my little thing for rolling for later, so I don't have to go look for it.
Nabby, you're up.
Throwing a lightsaber. Bat bat.
Oh, you pissed it off.
Is that a betting suit?
Well, it had 2 bennies of its own. It's a wild card. Will. Will.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
All right. So, first of all, let me go ahead and do my thing of, well, shooting with my you know what? I'm gonna shoot it with my grenades. Take this and shove it in the mouth. Let's go. What?
So where's the template? Because you might actually hit yourself with a grenade depending on what big grenade you're using.
The fusion
thermal?
grenades are small. The thermal grenades are a small burst template. It's actually smaller than the Scorpion.
Oh, nice.
All right, that is a hit with a raise. Roll damage, please. Assuming he doesn't.
Oh, that blows. No.
Wow, it would have failed. But yeah, this fusion grenade goes off on top of its carapace and it cleaned off some of the accumulated gunk that was on it. It feels cleaner and more.
I didn't mean to clean it though. I meant to destroy
It's
the
more fresh.
enrichment. This is bullshit, you force magic bullshit! You know, fuck cosmic morality sometimes.
Come to the dark side. We have candy.
Are you going to chuck another grenade? Because you do have two fisted.
Yes, I'm going to
Okay.
go ahead and check another grenade.
Go, Will, fist that scorpion.
Okay.
Okay, that sucks. Come on, man.
Boom, boom! Two grenades go off on top of it, and it turns its whole self and looks at you, and almost looks appreciative because you scratched an itch, and there's like a piece of stuff that was stuck in its tail for like the last 6 months, and you just burned it away.
I really wish we had the beast friend power right now.
Yeah.
Would it be amazing if I could just tame it? And we'd be best buds?
Well, how good's your persuasion? 'Cause that does work on animals.
Terrible.
Well, then no, it's not gonna work.
Hard. Remember, are you going to blow it up and try and persuade it in the same round?
Well, you said he cleaned it and made scratch an itch. We must get a bonus.
The bonus would
I'm
be
a four-
offset by the multi-action penalty. So if you want to
Yeah,
roll,
you're right.
I'm a fourth degree droid. I don't think I can persuade it.
you
Okay,
can,
well,
you
never
can
mind.
try.
Alright, yo, fuck it, let's go. Oh? Oh? Ah! 14 with a bloody raise. Oh my god.
Wow.
Impressive.
It will not attack you. It has decided that you are its friend. Not
Yeah,
that it's
that's-
going to like hang out and be
Helping him out.
buddy with you. It's just not going to try and rip you in half.
Oh.
Yeah, because he actually appreciates all you've
that-
done to help him clean him up.
Did you remember to put that +3 on there?
No. So that's that would be 14.
Okay, it's a hit with a raise. Give the +3 to damage then. Or hold on, I'll. Wow, 2 wounds.
Okay.
Nice. It's the most anybody's
Alright.
done so far.
Niccolo, thinking that he's still alive, thinking that he's poisoned, is still all, woe is me.
Well, Niccolo, if you can get over here and cure your poison on the fourth, but I'm not walking past that thing.
He doesn't have any good cards. So he's going to actually move back here behind Navi, giving a manly yelp. Precedent was set in the last game. You would think with all of that, he could do more damage.
Yeah, we are pretty tanky.
Oh wait, do we get a Joker?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Nice.
Feliz Navidad.
Now I have a raise.
All right.
I mean,
You are going,
within-
and then
within-
it's going.
I'm gonna do 2 actions.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Apparently, I didn't target it. That's my fault.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it.
There you go.
Ah, 2 more wounds. Nice.
Yeah, it finally has 2 wounds. And is out of bennies.
Nice. Maybe I can actually stun it now and run up on it.
It fails to make a spirit check, so it doesn't get to go to this turn. That was its hit.
Alright, and I am the Duke. Here we go. I am going to attack with the lightsaber from the safety of over here. And because it is kinetic combat, I can put all my good modifiers on while attack. Just the wild attack button.
It's in the gray thing.
Okay. And roll. Okay, that's a hit. Now, how do I add stuff to the damage?
Roll the damage.
Go down to the damage modifier in better rolls.
Okay, damage modifier. Now, I am pumping this. So, we're getting +6 damage by pumping side points into my lightsaber. So, I guess I have to hit +8 then -2. And then do that. So, it'll do +6 for me.
Either
And
that
now
or
roll
+2
damage.
and I was about to say +2 and +4. But either way,
Nice.
So I hit it for enough to kill it.
yeah, you throw the lightsaber through it. Between all of you, you managed to polish it off.
Nice.
Which sucks because it was about to use this initiative to dive back down under the ground.
Alright, now before
Sucks for him.
after combat's over, I'm gonna try to rush over and give Phil first aid so he doesn't, die of poisoning.
All
right.
I'll just heal him because I think for an extra point I can cure poison.
Yeah, if
You
you want
can.
extra point, you can cure poison, yeah. The downside is the penalty to poison it has, depending on how strong it is, does affect the healing roll now.
No, I think with a 12 I got it.
Oh yeah. So you heal like 2 wounds and a poison.
Yep. He's feeling much better. You suck the poison out of him. You see it almost come out and swirl in a circle before it hits the desert, and it makes the desert sand smoke.
All right.
Drake, is he really dead or is he just incapacitated? Can we save him and bring him back as our familiar?
As I
This is the
cut
part
the
where you
tail
tell
off.
me no, Chris, no.
Can I
I
cut
don't
the
think
tail
he'd get
off
into
and
the city with that.
save
Can you
the
cut the tail off? Yeah,
well,
sure.
Well, not just enough to save the venom sac, not rupture it with the
And
venom.
All right.
Mhm.
That would be you need somebody to do a survival check to tell you where to cut the tail.
That would be Nicolo, because
All
it's
right.
for him. Isn't he the apothecary kind of? Doesn't he have poisons and stuff?
No, it's actually Navi who's got poison, but the survival roll would be Nicolo.
Okay, well, then.
And he tells you,
got
yeah,
a 5.
yeah, if you
Okay.
cut below here, it should be okay.
Okay. I'll cut it. Do I have to do any skill or anything
Don't roll a crit failure.
on a Vibrous Blade?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright.
Well, honestly,
Go ahead.
you use the vibro dagger or the vibro rapier on it, and it's such a pain in the ass that somebody else walks over to you and hands you a vibro sword because the rapier is really
Wait.
good at poking holes. It's not good at like cutting.
I have a Vibro Dagger, then I think I'll just use that.
Okay, yes, that works much better.
Right.
You and you cut it off
Yeah.
like you're using a friggin'
I should just get a saw. Anyway, this thing's way too heavy to be carrying around, but seems like there's a lot of armor on this.
I'll do it. I get the strength.
How much armor is on this thing?
It only had 2 points of armor.
Oh, so its toughness is from the literal size and muscles. Gotcha.
Yeah. It has a vigor of 12 plus 2.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
And
So
it
the
was size,
carapace is
it was size
10.
4.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, the carapace is only 2 points of armor, so you can make a nice jacket out of it.
You could make, some neat plates or something out of it. It would look fancy, but 2 points of armor isn't like squat.
No, it isn't. But I'll get some of the more iridescent parts of it, like a couple little 1-foot panels for BZ.
Okay. Decorative.
Yeah, and do these things? Is this thing is it more like an insect or a reptile? Or
Oh,
neither?
it's definitely an insect. It's a mix of a scorpion and a crab.
Arachnid.
You
Okay,
guys
well,
Yeah.
crabs are crustaceans, and they have. There's no food on this, like the survival people.
Technically, you could boil the claws. The meat in the claws would taste like lobster. If you took a
I'm on that.
scorpion, a spider, and a
Right.
lobster and kind of put them together, that's what this thing is.
Okay, Will,
Yeah.
you have a card because we killed a wild card monster. You can play it, and the whole party will each get a bounty.
Okay. Hell yeah. I'll do it.
I think it's called Stuff of
Nice.
Legends or something.
Okay, well, let's. If we want to just take some time and have lunch or dinner, whatever.
Yeah.
Some broiled claw.
That sounds awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would eat it too if I weren't a droid.
Are you using your flamethrowers to cook the claws?
I'm totally like my probe droid recorded how we epically took this down, and it's now cooking with Kip. Today we're cooking broiled crab, scorpion claw. It's gonna come out in a nice lobster sauce. Fuck it. Or do you want to be cooking with Bortazar? Who wants to be the star today?
Oh no, that's fine. Kip, you be the cook.
I'll be
Oh
your
no,
assistant.
the only cooking is survival. That would have to be cooking with Nicolo.
Oh yeah, that's
Cooking with
perfect.
I think Nicola would hang it up as a chef.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might actually enjoy it. Hopefully, if getting over the wounds and stuff.
Oh, he's all healed up.
Good.
You guys are kind of lucky that it never really did any damage to you guys. It had, if it hit you with its claws, it had rend, so you guys would have been bleeding out and taking extra damage every round.
Bro, you're confusing luck with
You
skill.
can do
We all
one more
stayed the
than
hell
me.
away from it and did tactical stuff.
Yeah, it
I
was
took one
very
more.
dangerous. Yeah, Nicola got beat to shit. So
Honestly, if we're talking strategic. If it hit Navi or me, the people would actually heal and took us out in one hit, then that would have been bad.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the first thing it did was shot a web at Navi.
Yeah.
It was extra strong webbing, and it makes an athletics check, and he has an athletics of a fucking D10, and he's a wild card, and he couldn't roll higher than a 3. Every time he
Oh.
used it twice, and it just didn't work.
Good for
So he
us.
said, "Fuck it," and started to try to rip people to shreds. Besides, he didn't want to hurt Navi. He kind of wanted to take Navi home and keep Navi as a pet. Because that's how that love affair would have worked. It wouldn't have been it following you around. It would have taken you home.
You obviously haven't seen
I don't
the
know,
video.
man. Navi could have became the legendary desert bandit, ruler of the waste, but with
Oh, yeah.
her man by her side. Oh,
So should we travel after lunch, or do we have to camp?
No, you guys are within walking distance of the city. You guys are only supposed to make a survival check a day, and
All right.
so
I guess we're getting there by like nightfall, I guess.
yep. So what you see itself, the city is sprawling with with mostly 10 to 15 story buildings crowded around wide streets and public fountains. Most of the city looks very old, constructed of stone and natural carvings. Ancient statues of rock and ornate decorative carvings are worked into most buildings, and even the roads are paved with carved stone. More modern construction can be seen, mostly watch posts bolted onto buildings or gates that block access to some streets. You're assuming that's Imperial make. Posters, wanted signs, and recruitment flyers for the Empire have been plastered everywhere. Ugly debris atop the city's natural charm. Most of the creatures that you see are obviously locals, the Nazarene. None seem to carry weapons. Not even something as crude as a knife or a club. Their heads are generally downcast and their shoulders slump. But whenever one glances at an Imperial poster or flyer, it looks up. A flash of hatred shows briefly in its mud-brown eyes. Though much less common, aliens from dozens of worlds also walk through the streets, most followed by one or two Nazarene carrying heavy bundles of goods. The aliens go by without comment and are diverse enough that you see no reason that your own appearance should draw unwanted attention. The Imperial presence here is obvious. Heavy stormtroopers in small groups patrol openly through the city. In the distance, you can hear the mechanical stomps of military walkers. Not the big four-legged AT-ATs, but you are fairly certain you hear the two-legged ones, the AR-ATs and the AR-ASs. Now that you guys are in the city, you need to learn what's going on. And we will do that next week. Also, I do not have don't think I have a token set up for the Nazarene yet. So let me make something so you can at least see what it looks like.
Yeah, but by the way,
Right.
Drake, I send the ship to you.
I saw. I will definitely. Let
If
me
you send it
just.
to me, I can make a cool token.
All right, I can do that too. Hold on, uno momento.
Did you see the generic X-Wing token I put in the Star Wars chat?
No, I did not. I've been a little bit too focused.
That's fine.
All right. So this is what these things look like. They are about as tall as a Wookiee and much broader at the shoulder, but with a narrow waist. They look obviously strong.
Hmm.
They kind of make Ricard look a little small.
Huh, I see.
And they have 2 opposable thumbs.
Oh,
2 fingers and 2 thumbs then.
Sorry,
You,
they closed for some reason.
you can see why they make pretty good slaves. They're kind of big, they're kind of strong, and they kind of ugly.
Can we communicate with them, or will we need to have translators?
No, they know common.
Okay.
Well, some of them do
The
anyway.
basic in Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Is anyone wounded? Do I need to heal them before we go?
I have
no,
one wound.
Okay, here you go.
alright. I'm gonna head out too. Gentlemen, have a good night, everyone, alright? Thank you.
good night, Will.
Night.
Yeah.
And if anybody has bennies and they want to increase their PowerPoints before we head out, don't forget to do that.
Okay, you're healed up, and I increased my PowerPoint, so I'm topped off. Okay, anyone else need any heals, or are we all good?
I think we're all good. Maybe
I'm sorry, Ricard. What were you saying?
I'm just saying maybe this is next week's stuff, but I have all these bennies. I'm wondering if we're just now getting to city. We wouldn't be talking to any of these.
I mean, if you want to do your basic, if you want to spend a Benny or do your role for your talking to people now, you can, since you have
Okay.
Bennies.
So I'm going to see. First, I'll do just a common knowledge, get the lay of the land, because I see the people using them as slaves, and immediately gave me an idea. Let's see here. Oh, what the hell was that? Oh, okay. So, yeah. So I just I see that, and then I want to talk to one of them and go, hey, we're here to infiltrate and help, possibly help you guys. Can't guarantee anything, but I need some volunteers to maybe look like the slaves that are following that douchebag over there. And I've got power bars and a few creds here and there.
All right. Well, give yourself a +2 bonus to offset the mean bonus because you're
Okay.
buying them with food, and
Okay.
so yeah,
Well, I
you
made it a 6. Let me
see if you
roll.
can make it better.
Yeah. One more time. Yeah, because I don't really need them this week. Ah. Oh.
Okay, so that would be with a raise.
Okay.
So you get 3 of these creatures to follow behind you, and when next week when we start, if you can write down somewhere on your character sheet or somewhere that you're going to notice it or put it in the Discord chat or something that you have 2 successes to the 2 successes as far as the networking role goes, I will let you have that information when everybody else is here.
Okay, and these people, we can, divvy them up if one wants to follow the Will's character or Navi or whoever.
One following Will's character would really be out of place.
Okay,
The
then that's
Empire
fine.
would really notice
Okay,
one of them following a droid, and they would think there was
Okay.
something wrong with that droid.
all right,
Matter of fact,
right.
yeah.
all right. Who else would
They might
wouldn't
think
look
that
out of
anyway.
place?
Droid's wearing clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
would-
fact
who
that
would-
he's
who-
wearing clothes is weird enough.
Yeah. Okay. So, what's that called? Networking
Yes.
to network. Okay. These creatures.
Now, technically, if you want to roll instead of performance or persuasion, you could actually have rolled a hacking roll
To do what? Oh, to
for
network.
the networking as well.
No, I want to stick. I wanted to persuade these guys that I'm a
All
good guy. But if I have an opportunity to just hack for the general purpose of that, I'll do that. Just to see what happens. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Shit, actually, between your hacking and you talking to the locals, you'll have all of the information to give next week.
Okay. So that's
I
it.
will do my best to remember that. I will
Uh-huh.
actually also in my book, I will see if I can highlight the information to make certain
Okay.
to remind me because my mind sucks. But yeah, you guys did pretty good tonight. What'd you think of that scorpion?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured with the
wow.
really weak Death Star, the really weak Star Destroyer, and you guys having badass ships, they said that there was only a minor chance of it going down. But I was like, nah, I'll let them take one out.
Yeah.
I figured, but it will probably never be that easy again.
You know, here this is book lore or novel lore, but you know the guy with the little microphone in New Hope that rats out or sees them going to the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that race as part of one of the novels, Darth Vader went there, and it made it look like it was the rebels that had shot down the ship and caused it to crash on their planet and caused a disaster. And so he was like helping them, but they didn't know that it was just a battle that happened, and it wasn't a rebel's fault that the ship crashed, but it caused such a disaster that it really harmed the people. So it was easy to come in there as a white knight, so to say, and so they were indentured to, or like dedicated to
Oh,
helping
the
him.
Nogri, yeah.
Is that yeah, with the like long noses, yeah,
Yeah,
black,
the stealth assassin people, yeah.
yeah. So it was kind of interesting. Anyway,
I remember the timing of that being a little confusing, but especially with the new canon, but it must have been like right after the Clone Wars or something.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
they made it sound like I felt like they said at one point that it happened like over 20 years ago or something. It's like that'd be during the Clone Wars. Darth Vader wasn't a thing yet, but I can't remember if they actually said that or not. So I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of like in the middle. It was just while traveling around.
Other than that possible timing issue, that novel actually holds up surprisingly well.
Which one was that?
It was one of the Thrawn trilogy, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Well, the clone stuff at the end was kind of weird, but other than that, like the first two especially hold up really well.
Yeah.
One of the
do you,
things
do
that
you
I've
remember
heard,
who the author was?